DAB digital radio and 1089 and 1053 AM. Kick-off Champions League live on Talksport.
Good evening to you and welcome to Kick-Off with Mark Saggers and Stan Collymore. Now, there's been a second goal in the SPL game. St Johnstone 0, Rangers 2 late on in that game. Looks as if it's 3 points on the way for St Johnstone. Of course, we'll keep you right up to date with all domestic action tonight and all the goals as they go in Leagues 1 and 2 and that vital game 2 in the N-Power Championship, which is Reading against Preston. And we haven't forgotten that in the San Siro, it's Inter Milan against Schalke tonight, Italy against Germany. A quarter-final that perhaps just doesn't quite have the romance of Jose Mourinho and Real Madrid up against Harry Redknapp and Tottenham Hotspur. It really is extraordinary to think about this journey for Tottenham Hotspur. Spurs tonight, they've got to look to the likes of Modric, to Van der Vaart, to Crouch, and then to their two flying wingers in Aaron Lennon and Gareth Bale, who, yes, is back after injury tonight. But then Dawson and Gallas somehow have to put up a performance of their lifetime against the likes of Adebayor, Ronaldo and Ozil, of course, the impressive German, the young German from the World Cup, who's made England look stupid before. Jose Mourinho early out, I could see on my monitor there, in the Bernabeu before anything else has happened. He knows exactly what it's all about. He knows exactly what he has to do. He lost for the first time at home in 9 years. As Harry said, he knows what it's like now to have a miserable weekend. But does he? He is the one for the big stage, but he puts his tactical nous where his mouth is, because this man knows how to change it if it's all going wrong. Any moment now we will see the entrance of these two fabulous sides. And yes, Spurs fans, you no longer have to dream about a Champions League quarter-final. Yes, it's real. Yes, tonight it's a reality. Let's just hope that this match that you're listening to with Kick-Off here on Talksport with Ford, official sponsors of the UEFA Champions League, is a really special one. Your commentary team in the heart of Madrid, having made their way, thousands of fans, 80,000 in all, to the Father Damien Street and into the Estadio Santiago Bernabeu for Tottenham Hotspur's visit, a first leg of a Champions League quarter-final against Real Madrid, with Stan Collymore and Nigel Pearson.
Mark, thank you very much indeed. The UEFA Champions League theme music reverberating around the Bernabeu right now. And Jose Mourinho, as Mark described there, did make his way to the dugout ahead of the players and immediately caught up with Carlo Cudicini from the Chelsea days, of course. Cudicini on the bench for Tottenham tonight, and they shared a friendly word or two. Both these sides were group winners in the UEFA Champions League. Real Madrid 5 wins and 1 draw, 16 points from their 6 games, and Tottenham 3 wins, 2 draws, 1 defeat, 11 from their 6 games, including, of course, a memorable night when they beat Inter Milan 3-1 on the 2nd of November at White Hart Lane. Their season just gets better and better in Europe. Tottenham Hotspur, it is a dream journey that has led to the Bernabeu tonight. But they're going to hope it doesn't turn into a nightmare ahead of the return at White Hart Lane. They have to keep it close. Tottenham will be in their dark blue away strip tonight, all dark blue. And a reminder of the Spurs lineup then, with Gomez in goal across the back. It's Chorluka, Gallas, Dawson and Asuakotu, a 4-man midfield of Lennon, Sandro, Modric and Bale. Van der Vaart just behind Crouch up front. Cudicini, Huddleston, Genus, Pavlyuchenko, Defoe, Basong and Kranjčar are on the bench. No major surprise with that Tottenham team selection, Stan, really. Van der Vaart, former Real Madrid player, of course. He says he's got nothing to prove, but it will be a big night for him.
Absolutely. Playing off Peter Crouch, vitally important. He gets in support only 5 or 10 yards away from Crouch. If the ball's played up to him and he holds it up for those 2 or 3 seconds, that Van der Vaart is the man that is looking straight down at Peter Crouch and bearing on him not to get too carried away with the occasion. Having played against many teams that played against, sometimes you can get a little bit too wound up, it's a bit too het up. Needs to be nice and relaxed. The key player really, Sandro, playing in front of William Gallas and Michael Dawson. Gallas eminently experienced, of course, but Sandro up against a floating 4 really of Ronaldo, Ozil, Di Maria and Khedira. It's going to be a tough old task for him. And we've, of course, Sags mentioned in opening, Gareth Bale and Aaron Lennon. Are they both fit enough? to be able to last the 90 minutes, so they're both fit enough to be able to get the ball out of their feet. And in Gareth Bale's example, can he play that ball whereby he gets it out of his feet 10 yards and really scamper his hands after it with that dodgy hamstring of his? A fantastic gaming prospect. I've got 9 potential match winners between the two starting 11s. Let's get it on.
Interesting games in the Spanish media, with one newspaper in particular predicting that Ronaldo would be fit for tonight, despite Mourinho's claims ahead of the weekend last weekend, which said that Ronaldo was likely to miss the game. And in actual fact, I can just bring you some news now that Jermaine Genius is actually going to start this game now, and that is instead of Aaron Lennon, who has pulled up in the warm-up and
with a hamstring injury.
So
we've got Gareth Bale on the left that's touch and go, and Aaron Lennon hasn't made it. So is Jermaine Genius a more orthodox midfielder? How will that affect Spurs' balance remains to be seen.
Well, that's the latest news then ahead of the kickoff. We're just underway here in the Bernabeu. Real Madrid in their traditional all-white strip, attacking left to right. We're high over the halfway line with a perfect view of proceedings, and Adebayor has got his back to goal, but Gallas already gets his foot to it and goes all the way back to Gomez in the Tottenham goal. So that team news then, just a reminder, Jermaine Genius replaces Aaron Lennon, who has a hamstring injury, and already Tottenham are forced into a switch ahead of the game itself. Now Tottenham have the ball wide on the left-hand side now, with that man Asua Kotu, who plays the ball square inside for Van der Vaart. But Real Madrid have won the ball back now, and Ronaldo gets his first touch of the ball. Right-footed shot, it lacked power, and it's gone wide of the right-hand post. But that's exactly the type of thing that Ronaldo will try.
Yes, he's actually taken sick, Aaron Lennon, rather than a hamstring. That was what we were hearing on the jungle drums locally, but been taken sick. A real blow, like I say, to the balance of the side. A good start by Real Madrid, getting the ball nice and early. Good tempo, good start.
Well, has Aaron Lennon had a dodgy paella for lunch? That's the question. It's 0-0 here in the Bernabeu. Real Madrid and Spurs on Talksport, and Asua Kotu has got the ball midway inside his own half now. He's going to spray the ball forward, left-footed, aiming for Peter Crouch. He was beaten to it though, and here's Sergio Ramos now, and Real Madrid will bring the ball away with Ramos on the right-hand side. Plays it short, and back now for Sami Khedira. And now wide to the left-hand side of Marcelo for Real Madrid. Wide to the left-hand side on the halfway line. Madrid holding the ball up here now and playing it square. The back flick from Xabi Alonso. As I said in the build-up to the game, still badly missed, you feel, by Liverpool. It was a sad day for Liverpool fans when he was allowed to leave Anfield. Badly missed at Anfield. Ozil now, who had that sensational World Cup, undid England, didn't he, in the summer, as if you need reminding of that. Khedira now holds the ball up, squares it out wide for Ramos, moving towards the midway part of the Tottenham Hotspur half. Ronaldo now unleashes a right-footed shot once again, and it's wide of the right-hand post. And Ronaldo, who had that leg injury, is fit and has already had 2 attempts on goal going wide.
Yeah, very narrow from Real Madrid. Xabi Alonso deep around the halfway line, just pops it into the likes of Ozil, Khedira, and then Cristiano Ronaldo. We've seen him score so many times from that dead central position 20 yards out, but who's closing him down? Sandro. And he's going to need to do that more and more as the game goes on. Stop it at source. They'll be quite happy, Spurs and Harry Redknapp, for them to be shooting from distance.
Absolutely, and 1 or 2 injury niggles in the build-up to the game for both sets of players. And now the clearance from Gomez reaches midway inside the Real Madrid half. So far so good for Tottenham, you feel. The ball's with Luka Modric now, but he's given it away, and Real Madrid are able to run at pace now, wide on the right-hand side of play. Angel Di Maria, he holds the ball up and left-footed, plays it down the channel. It's now deep in the Tottenham half, and it's with Ozil, who whips the ball into the penalty area, and a shot already is deflected wide from Angel Di Maria, and it's a corner to Real Madrid. Di Maria saw the sting out of that shot with the deflection, but it was a decent effort all the same. Still 0-0.
We talked about those floating four. Angel Di Maria just picks the ball up in the Spurs half, just to the right, makes a really good run, darting at the heart of the Spurs defence, then pops the ball out to Ozil on the right. He pulls it back to Adebayor, back to goal on the penalty spot. Real Madrid having plenty of ball in good attacking positions. They get the corner.
Corner it is, and it was Chorluka with a challenge for Tottenham Hotspur. Corner whipped in now from the right-hand side. Header from Adebayor. Oh, it's gone over the line. A disastrous start for Tottenham. That is just not what they needed. And the former Arsenal man has scored against Tottenham Hotspur in the 4th minute of the game. Adebayor with the header. It's Real Madrid 1, Tottenham Hotspur 0.
A dream start for Real Madrid, but an awful piece of goalkeeping from Aurelio Gomez. A stop corner from the right-hand side into Adebayor on the edge of the 6-yard box. He nods it down. Just have a look on our monitor. Well, it just goes through the legs of Luka Modric on the far post. A little bit harsh there I was on Aurelio Gomez. A good solid header down to the right-hand side. Madrid, and Emmanuel Adebayor gets his 9th goal now against Tottenham Hotspur. It was Luka Modric on the right-hand post. Just goes through his legs. 1-0 Madrid.
Well, the defence for Gomez will be that he saw it late, Stan, but he'll still be disappointed that he didn't get his fingertips to it, and that is the worst possible start for Tottenham Hotspur. Still a long way to go, make no mistake about that, but Gomez, I still feel, should have got his hand to that. Even if he did see it late, he should have at least got his hand to it to prevent that header going in from Emmanuel Adebayor, the former Arsenal, Manchester City man, of course, who amazingly has made quite an impression here in the Bernabeu and has got off to a great start so far, but hasn't had the best of seasons in League or Europe, hasn't appeared regularly, 1 or 2 injury problems, and well, 9th goal, as Stan mentioned, for Real Madrid there, as the ball's floated across to the right-hand side from Tottenham, and it's straight out of play for a Real Madrid throw-in midway inside their own half. That was from Dawson.
Well, Spurs haven't got any ball, they haven't got any momentum, looking quite nervous and edgy actually at the moment. Real Madrid playing with lots of confidence, getting the ball up to their attack-minded players. Di Maria's seen plenty of ball, as has Sami Khedira. Ronaldo's made some good runs, and Emmanuel Adebayor will be flying now, will be looking to play within the width of the 18-yard box to hold the ball up. Spurs need to hold their nerve in these opening passages of play in this game, keep the ball and move forward slowly.
Adebayor's first Champions League goal of the season. He's only figured twice in the Champions League campaign before tonight, but it was a header which you do get the feeling should have been prevented. Real Madrid 1, Tottenham Hotspur 0, and it's live on Talksport. Modric is fouled. It was a clumsy challenge by Sergio Ramos midway inside the Real Madrid half, and the referee, to be fair, Felix Breitsch from Germany, was right on the spot to give a free kick to Spurs.
It was decent play by Luka Modric over on the left-hand side, quite narrow level with the left-hand side of the 18-yard box. Just as a little trick, comes inside, forces Ramos to give the free kick. Rafael van der Vaart to take. Good position.
Decent position for Van der Vaart, left-footed, whips it across to the far side, was aiming for Crouch, but Adebayor was there with a header behind for a corner to Tottenham Hotspur, but that was a decent free kick from Spurs and certainly gave Real Madrid something to think about. They lead by 1-0 here in the early stages of this game on Talksport. Now, what can Tottenham make of this? With a corner, they had that decent set piece, and Van der Vaart, the man who took it, former Real Madrid man, of course, and it's going to be whipped in again by that man Van der Vaart, the Dutchman, and into the 6-yard area. Crouch with a header has gone over the bar. Still, Tottenham have to do that. They have to penetrate and probe and ask questions of the Real Madrid defence, but it remains 1-0 to the home side.
It was a decent corner from Rafael van der Vaart in towards the near post. Oh,
there's a late challenge and a yellow card for Tottenham Hotspur. Chorluka has got in late. In fact, it's Crouch, I do apologise. Peter Crouch has gone in late and has committed a foul. There's a bit of frustration, I think, there perhaps, as the ball was played short, and Crouch has gone in there and taken the legs of Sergio Ramos, who jumped above him, but he still got caught by Crouch, and it's a yellow card for him.
Yeah, Casillas just popped it out to the right-hand side of his 18-yard box, taking the short goal kick. Crouch is unlike him, but having said that, that's 25 fouls now, the most in the Champions League out of players remaining. But in going back to the corner that Spurs had, good delivery by Rafael van der Vaart to the near post, but there's no doubt that Emmanuel Adebayor has been detailed to mark Peter Crouch from corners and set pieces very, very closely indeed.
Now Tottenham looking to maintain a bit of possession here now. The ball's midway inside their own half. We're held up by Sandro, and it goes all the way back to Chorluka now. He plays the ball down the channel towards the right-hand touchline, but it's returned with interest. And now Ronaldo charging forward on the left-hand side. He's going to twist and turn. Will he put it on his right? The traditional step over into the penalty area. He tries to flick the ball across, but it's cleared by Dawson now. Tottenham coming forward on the attack. Moving forward on the halfway line now, holding the ball up nicely. And Modric they were looking for Modric on the left-hand side, but Adebayor is backtracking, and for a striker to do work like that, he's well and truly up for this game now. Adebayor holds the ball up on the left-hand side. Full credit to him. He's won the ball back for Real Madrid. Plays it short here now towards Özil, the German international, and now the ball just on the edge of the penalty area. Tottenham with some defensive work to do. Lovely turn from Marcelo, and a shot goes wide of the left-hand post. Nice work from Marcelo, nice work from Real Madrid. Still 1-0 to them.
A dead ringer for Jermaine Pennant, isn't he? Marcelo over on that left-hand side, just twists and turns Sandro. It's becoming very difficult for Sandro, isn't it? I mean, you've essentially got 4 attacking players on one defensive-minded midfielder. I'm sure that Jermaine Pennant will be asked to go in and fill a gap as well, but at the moment Spurs being outplayed, the tempo is very, very high. Emmanuel Adebayor's got the real bit between his teeth after getting that goal. Looks lean and mean, doesn't he?
Marcelo a regular in this Real Madrid side, the Brazilian. 27 La Liga appearances this season, and 8 in the Champions League as well. Highly rated by Jose Mourinho, and he's got the ball now on the left-hand side from that goal kick taken by Gomez, and Marcelo has put the ball out of play. It's a throw into Tottenham. Gareth Bale has the ball now on the right-hand side. He plays it short for Van der Vaart, and now what can Tottenham make of this? They're going backwards towards the halfway line. Dawson now plays it out wide to Asua Kotu. If you've just joined us on Talksport, Real Madrid lead Tottenham by a goal to nil here after 10 minutes of this game. Adebayor on 4 minutes with the only goal of the game so far. Long ball forward for Real Madrid is headed clear by Dawson. As far as Asua Kotu, it's on the halfway line now, and a foul committed that time by Rafael van der Vaart, and the referee has blown up straight away. It'll be a free kick. It was a late challenge, an ill-timed challenge, and Real Madrid have taken the free kick quickly now on the halfway line. Ball played back towards Sergio Ramos, and now Madrid come forward again as Asua Kotu lets the ball run out of play on this left-hand side, and it's going to be a throw into Tottenham. Adebayor holding his knee. Asua Kotu is hurt as well. A clash between the two of them, and thankfully Asua Kotu is up to his feet, and I'm sure we'll see Adebayor up on his feet pretty shortly as well. It was just one of those challenges stacked.
Yeah, Asua Kotu in the classic left-back area. Adebayor chases down, he's been very sprightly, makes the challenge, gives away the free kick and the yellow card. Yes, so he's not one of those on the list, but you can add him of course now. Carvalho, Pepe, Sergio Ramos, Cristiano Ronaldo and Angel Di Maria all on yellow cards, so if they were to pick up another one they would miss the return leg at White Hart Lane.
Tremendous following for this match from Tottenham, and nice sunny afternoon in Madrid today, and this evening quite humid inside the Bernabeu. Spurs now have the ball on the halfway line. Chorluka, the former Manchester City man, now plays the ball out wide to the right-hand side. Jermaine Pennant has been fairly quiet so far, holds the ball up now just outside the centre circle and plays it all the way back to Dawson as Spurs start again deep.
Well, there's no tempo to Spurs play at the moment, not a lot of options, not a lot of movement, very, very flat. They would have been stung by that early goal, just trying to move forward very, very slowly, get some confidence back into their play.
Now here's Bale, first time we've seen him wide on the left-hand side trying to penetrate, plays the ball inside for Modric, back to Bale for Modric again, but once again the Real Madrid side are determined, and they win the ball back and intercept through Di Maria, and it goes all the way back to the right-hand side of the defence and Sergio Ramos. So Spurs giving the ball away, they just can't keep possession so far against this Real Madrid side. Asua Kotu wins the ball back for Tottenham and goes all the way back to Gomez.
We'd like your in-game thoughts on Talksport. You can tweet me, TS Collymore. Be reading some of the best ones out as we go through the game. Want your take on the Real Madrid versus Spurs game?
Well, if you've just joined us, Real Madrid 1, Spurs 0 is the score here on Talksport. Kick-off with Ford, official sponsors of the UEFA Champions League. Now Modric on the halfway line, plays it back to Asua Kotu, and that was a careless ball forward. He managed to get it back after a deflection back from Di Maria, thank goodness, and the ball is whipped wide to the right-hand touchline by Asua Kotu, but it's straight out of play once again. There's a lack of accuracy with their passing. It's careless play in many ways by Spurs so far, Stan.
I think they're really struggling to come to terms with the midfield dominance that Real Madrid are exerting. Xabi Alonso sitting in front of the back four is getting plenty of ball, but the work rate of Khedira, Ozil, Ronaldo, Di Maria and Adebayor has virtually penned Spurs back to their own 18-yard box. What they need to do now is look to the leader, likes of William Gallas, roll their sleeves up and say, right, okay, big deep breath as we get, we're in 14 minutes, but when we get to about 20 minutes, and let's go and impose our play on Real Madrid.
Adebayor now wide on the left-hand side, squares the ball to Ozil. It's midway inside the Tottenham Hotspur half now, ball held up on the halfway line. They go all the way back, playing confidently now, nicely with Marcelo, and back towards the halfway line again, and Real Madrid with all the time in the world here. Di Maria on the right-hand side now threads the ball away left. That's a delightful crossfield ball. Marcelo switches the ball into the penalty area, but there for Tottenham was Vedran Chorluka. He brings the ball away, but again a lovely accurate pass, and Real Madrid playing some nice football. Spurs have got the ball now. Modric plays it wide for Asua Kotu. First time crossfield ball left to right, and again Real Madrid are able to win the ball back, and Crouch has just gone in there, and it looks like Peter Crouch is off. 2 yellow cards. Peter Crouch has gone, and within 15 minutes of this game, Real Madrid are a goal up. Tottenham are down to 10 men. 2 yellow cards for Peter Crouch. It's a disaster for Harry Redknapp's side.
Oh, that's an absolute nightmare. 26 fouls now in Champions League football. How does Harry Redknapp change this? He's had to deal with Aaron Lennon over on the right-hand side, not starting the game because of sickness. Jermaine Jenas comes in. He said he wants to go back one up front. Just had a look down at the technical area. A nasty...
Official sponsors of the UEFA Champions League. Now Modric on the halfway line, plays it back to Asua Kotu, and that was a careless ball forward. He managed to get it...
Area, a nasty challenge, it has to be said. Sticks out one of those long legs to try and nick the ball from Marcelo just outside the Real Madrid box. He goes off. I would imagine they're going to bring Pavlyuchenko on and maybe make a change, Nige, by taking one of the other midfielders off. Jose Mourinho gives Crouch a pat on the back. Rafael van der Vaart takes his role as a striker at the moment, but they have to have a striking output. They have to have a natural striker. Will Pavlyuchenko come onto the pitch? A nightmare start for Tottenham Hotspur on Talksport.
The old Chelsea connection were calming Crouch down there. Carvalho was having words with him, just telling him to walk away from the referee. And then as he went down the tunnel, Mourinho patted him on the back with a consoling word or two. I'm not so sure it was a nasty challenge, Stan. I think it was ill-timed and ill-advised, if you like. When you know you're on a yellow card, you are playing with danger when you put a tackle in as ill-timed as that.
Well, both were one-footed challenges and both were kind of stretching a little bit, weren't they? But Real Madrid's play has been very slick and very quick. It's one of those where, like you say, it's clumsy. It's not somebody trying to chase down and be really aggressive. It was just good play by Marcelo, who's facing his own goal. Just took the ball over Crouch's foot. Referee right on the spot, and absolutely no complaints at all about the sending off. How do Spurs respond to this?
Well, Marcelo has been a nuisance for Spurs tonight, there's no doubt about that. We're 16 minutes into this game in the UEFA Champions League. Spurs are a goal down and a man down, and Real Madrid are charging forward at pace now with Ozil, who squares the ball into the penalty area, and Dawson is able to get it square for Asua Kotu for Tottenham to bring it away, left-footed up towards the halfway line. They thread the ball forward for Van der Vaart, but again they're overrun, and Real Madrid now coming forward. Inter Milan 1, Schalke 1 is the latest in the other quarter-final game being played tonight. Inter Milan 1, Schalke 1. Marcelo now for Real Madrid, whips the ball across to the right-hand side, and Angel Di Maria can't keep it in play, and it's going to be a goal kick to Tottenham away to our right. 17 minutes gone, Real Madrid 1, Tottenham Hotspur 0.
Well, I've been very impressed with Real Madrid's midfield, bossing it, slick passing football, wonderful movement, great travelling with the ball. I always maintain that you can have as many players that like to pass it, and they've got the balance right. Xabi Alonso sitting, we've barely talked about him, Nige. Happy to pick the ball up from the back and just pop a 5-yard pass into Di Maria, Ozil and Khedira. They're creating all sorts.
Real Madrid charging forward now, edge of the penalty area. Will it fall to Adebayor? And Marcelo is in there calling for it as well. And Real Madrid have committed a foul on the edge of the Spurs penalty area. In actual fact, it's Angel Di Maria who has committed that foul. and it's going to be a free kick to Tottenham on the edge of their own box. Stan, I'll tell you something I didn't like just seeing a replay, didn't notice it at the time. When Peter Crouch was shown the red card, Marcelo punched the air in a celebratory mood. A fellow professional has just been sent off. I don't think that's right.
Well, when we talk about yellow cards, red cards, bans with the Rooney affair, I think that one of the cardinal sins of a footballer is to do that in front of another pro, wanting to get somebody sent off. Let the referee deal with it. It was a yellow card, a second yellow and a rightful red card. But you really don't want to see a fellow pro doing that. Spurs are all over the place at the moment. We've seen very little of Gareth Bale as an attacking force. Modric isn't a defensive-minded midfielder, so he's getting played around with quite easily midway through the Spurs half. It's leaving a massive ask for Sandro to get around, like I say, amongst 3 or 4 players.
Sandro now has just fouled Pepe in the centre circle, and Van der Vaart has kicked the ball away and got a yellow card. Spurs are going to have to get a grip here, Stan. They are in danger of losing all their discipline, all their shape. The foul was committed by Pepe on Ronaldo, who, to be fair, had already started to jump before he was touched.
Yes, Ronaldo just inside the Spurs half, back to goal. Sandro goes right through him. Like I say, it's going to be a difficult ask for Sandro. He's not got 1 or 2. I mean, if you're playing up against Lionel Messi, you know what's coming. But they've got 3 or 4 players bobbing around in good attacking positions. For me, if I was Harry now, you've got to take off one of the midfielders.
Ronaldo with a flick in towards the penalty area, aiming for Adebayor, the goal scorer. Modric picks it up now. Modric is fouled. It's going to be a free kick to Tottenham midway inside their own half. And if you've just joined us on Talksport, we're almost 20 minutes into this game. It is Real Madrid 1, Tottenham Hotspur 0, and Peter Crouch has been sent off for 2 yellow cards for Tottenham Hotspur. Apart from that, everything's going great.
Well, I wonder if, when we're talking about Pavlyuchenko, you have to have a striker to aim for. You have to have a striker to run off. I mean, even with Peter Crouch, Spurs weren't getting good enough ball up to him to get the likes of Rafael van der Vaart into good attacking positions. But they've got no striker. It's just basically asking Real Madrid to cross the halfway line at will and attack.
Well, 20 minutes gone then, and a deficit already for Tottenham then, as Real Madrid come forward now, wide on the right-hand side. It's Angel Di Maria holding the ball up and plays it square for Ramos now. Real Madrid playing with confidence. Not the signs of a side who were beaten at the weekend, as Marcelo whips it into the penalty area, and there is Asua Kotu to get the ball clear and puts it out for a throw-in on this near side, nicely controlled by Harry Redknapp in the technical area. And I guess now Harry would take a 1-0 defeat at 90 minutes here and now.
Oh, all day long. I think that he's basically conceded that Spurs are going to have to park the bus. I mean, Rafael van der Vaart, the most advanced Spurs player, is only 15 yards outside of his own 18-yard box, so this is going to be a lesson now for Spurs. Not usually versed in defending, they usually like to get the ball out and play expansive football. They're going to have to dig in.
Well, teams in the Champions League have recovered from a first leg deficit on 24 different occasions, including Barcelona and Inter Milan in this season's round of 16. So it's not all over. There's a long way to go here in the Bernabeu, where it's Real Madrid 1, Tottenham Hotspur 0. Real Madrid's pass succession rate, 89% success rate with the passes. Tottenham 80.82% success rate with their passes. For more in-play live odds and markets, visit sportingbet.com, the home of in-play betting.
Well, just a little ball from Marcelo, who's been very impressive, hasn't he? Bombing down the left-hand side as an attacking left full-back. Gets to the left-hand side of the 18-yard box, plays a little ball inland for the run of Cristiano Ronaldo. Good first touch with his right, and then tries to hit it across Aurelio Gomez's left hand, but safely into the goalkeeper's hands. It's going to be a real test of character now for Spurs, because they haven't kept the ball at all well. They don't have a natural striker. They haven't got into the final third.
Well, Mourinho has been very clever in his press conferences, but I think the media here in Spain and in the UK have seen through him. He said, all we're interested in is the Champions League and Tottenham Hotspur. He's brushing aside the defeat by Gijón at the weekend, as though it didn't matter. Well, they're a goal up here, and there's a powerful, well, I say powerful, a long-range shot which bounced in front of the keeper, Casillas, who's really had very little to do. That was a long-range free kick for Tottenham, which is held by the Real Madrid keeper. But Mourinho, very clever, working with the media in press conferences, and when the question was asked about how much of a body blow it was to lose to Gijón at the weekend, he just said, we're focused on Tottenham. The Champions League is what we're all about. As they come forward again now, Real Madrid, a ball played through from Di Maria, was aiming for Adebayor, and Gomez was off his line. Still 1-0 to Real Madrid, Stan.
I certainly think if you're Emmanuel Adebayor, you could fill your boots tonight, because whether it be Di Maria coming from the right-hand side, he's cutting in, he's playing beautiful balls in between the left-sided central defender for Spurs and Benoit Surcotu for the runs of Adebayor. And all you have to do is make the run, and one of these guys will find you. It's just wave after wave after wave of white shirts going forward.
And they're forward again here, Real Madrid. Özil holds the ball up on the left-hand side. And now Xabi Alonso with a delivery into the penalty area. Gomez spotted it and came off his line quickly and has grabbed it for Spurs. Real Madrid 1, Tottenham Hotspur 0. Almost 24 minutes on the clock. Adebayor with the goal early on, and Peter Crouch sent off for Tottenham. As Real Madrid come forward again, ball on the right-hand side with Di Maria, tries to take it round Surcotu, but he's equal to it, and he brings the ball away, left-footed up towards the halfway line, but it's intercepted by Pepe for Real Madrid, and it's going to go out of play for a goal kick to Tottenham away to our right. And it has to be said that Real Madrid have got a golden opportunity here now, Stan, to go forward and win this game comfortably and effectively kill the tie-off on home territory.
Well, I think that many Chelsea fans will tell you that sometimes when Chelsea went 1-0 up towards the end of Jose Mourinho's reign, they were quite happy to take that 1-0 and go on and win the game. With the attacking talent they've got and the amount of possession they've had in good areas, he'll be very disappointed if they don't go in at half-time 2-0, to be perfectly honest.
They're coming forward again here, Real Madrid. Ball on the left-hand side, Marcelo, the nuisance, tries to whip it across, but it's come off Gianluca, and it's going to be another corner to Real Madrid. I mentioned earlier Casillas, the Real Madrid keeper. We haven't seen much of him tonight. That's a reflection of the way the game has been, because it's all been Real Madrid. Casillas saying the Champions League is an obsession for us. Tottenham is an obsession now. We have to beat them. Alonso with a corner, whipped in, was aiming there for Carvalho. It's cleared away though by Gianluca. It's going to be another throw-in on the left-hand side, and Alonso is going to take it for Real Madrid. Ball played short, it's a short throw-in, and now towards the edge of the penalty area, it's whipped across, but Modric is able to win it back for Tottenham Hotspur. Van der Vaart now, midway inside his own half, plays it short again. Sandro now on the right-hand touchline, but to be fair, again, the pass is poor, it's too much purchase on it, and Real Madrid are able to come forward on the attack again. Adebayor moving towards the edge of the penalty area, squares it here for Alonso. Is he fouled? The referee hasn't blown, and now it's play on. It looks as though the foul might have been committed, and Real Madrid could have had a free kick in a decent position there.
Well, good play by Sandro. And you've got Adebayor, Ozil and Ronaldo bearing down on you. Makes the good challenge. It's like putting your finger in a dike though.
Ball out on the right-hand side, as whipped across left-footed by Di Maria, but there's nobody there for Real Madrid. It goes all the way to the left-hand touchline. Marcelo cannons the ball again off Gianluca. Yet another Real Madrid corner. 26 and a half minutes gone. Tottenham holding them at the moment. Real Madrid 1, Spurs 0. Tottenham though down to 10 men, remember. You're with Talksport. Stan Collymore and Nigel Pearson talking you through the action in the Bernabeu. Real Madrid with 3 corners, Tottenham have 1 so far in this game, and Gomez whips it away with the right hand as he punches it clear for Tottenham. So Real Madrid 3 corners to 1. For more in-play live odds and markets, visit sportingbet.com, the home of in-play betting. Now here come Real Madrid again with Cristiano Ronaldo on the right hand side. He's going to try the overstep, the step over if you like, and he's won another corner, so that'll be 4 corners to 1. He's got the ball away from Dawson. Dawson put his foot in and put it behind, and Real Madrid dominating here, Stan.
Well, Cristiano Ronaldo will want to get on the score sheet, won't he? 6 goals in 14 games for Manchester United against Spurs. 1 in every 2 just about. He's had plenty of ball in good positions, a couple of shots from distance.
And well, the referee's blown up for an infringement in the 6-yard area ahead of this corner. Felix Bryce, the German referee. So Real Madrid have a corner then on the right-hand side. It's whipped across left-footed towards the far post. Header goes up from Carvalho there, but it's gone off the surface into the arms of Aurelio Gomez, who quickly unleashes Gareth Bale, who's running at pace now on the left-hand side and coming across superbly. Magnificently timed run by Xabi Alonso, and out for a throw-in on this near side.
I just wonder how much Gareth Bale has in those.
And now Tottenham inside the penalty area. The throw-in was taken, and the referee has given a free kick. Has he given a free kick? It was aimed for Van der Vaart, but the keeper was able to get to it anyway. Took everybody by surprise, and it's play on with Real Madrid in possession.
Well, it was a trademark Gareth Bale run, just down the left-hand side. He got past the halfway line, was out sprinting Sergio Ramos that was tracking him back. Really good block by Xabi Alonso in the covering midfield role.
Ball out wide now for Di Maria for Real Madrid. Puts it on his left foot, aimed across for Xabi Alonso. Into the arms now of Gomez in the Tottenham Hotspur goal. Real Madrid 1, Spurs 0, 28 and a half minutes gone, live on Talksport. And don't forget, you can react to the action after the game. Call Collymore 0817 22 3344. Big night of Champions League tomorrow at Stamford Bridge. Stan and myself will be there, talking you through Chelsea and Manchester United. All the action live tomorrow night, a big week of Champions League action.
Yeah, a couple of your in-game tweets on TS Collymore. Danny Nash's awful German referee, no malice in either of the challenges. Warning for the first tackle, booking for second at best. And then it says you have to allow 11 versus 11 at all times when possible. If you have no choice but to send someone off, only then eject.
Gareth Bale now for Tottenham into the penalty area. His shot has hit the side netting. That's the best run so far for Tottenham, unleashed from a decent ball played in from the right-hand side. Bale into the penalty area, had two defenders on him though, to be fair. Dawson's through ball, Bale chested it down nicely and has put it in the side netting. Full credit there to Pepe, who closed him down. Still 1-0 Real Madrid.
Excellent ball from Michael Dawson, midway through the Spurs half, big diagonal out to the left-hand side, and first Bale comes off right on the touchline, had chalk on his boots, comes inside Sergio Ramos. Has he got the turbo booster though today in those boots? Just looks a little bit off the pace. Like you say, Pepe, as all good central defenders do, back up their full-back, cover round in that right-hand side of the 6-yard box area. For a little bit of a chink of light for Spurs, at least they're trying to get the ball still and be positive into good attacking areas. I do maintain though, unless you have an out-and-out striker on the pitch, it's going to be very difficult to maintain that over the 90 minutes, Nige.
Absolutely, half an hour gone in the Bernabeu. It's Real Madrid 1, Tottenham Hotspur 0. Emmanuel Adebayor with the only goal of the game so far early on. And a reminder, if you've just joined us on Talksport tonight, Peter Crouch sent off 2 yellow cards after agreeing with that tweet from a listener. I'm not sure there was too much malice in the challenges from Peter Crouch. A warning for the first and a yellow for the second may have been more appropriate, but that's not how Felix Bryce saw it. And Crouch is off, and Spurs are down to 10 men. Now Real Madrid coming forward again, edge of the penalty area. Ronaldo plays it short for Di Maria, back to the edge of the penalty area again, and Xabi Alonso gives the ball away into the path of Modric now. Modric has got 3 Real Madrid players around him. He plays it short back for Chorluka, and Chorluka launches the ball forward deep into the Real Madrid half. It's Iker Casillas now who has the ball and plays it short for Pepe. Well, at least, Dan, Spurs have held Real Madrid since the goal and since the sending off.
Yeah, well, Marcelo, as he picks the ball up on the left-hand side, midway through the Spurs half, you can see the Spurs tactic, just getting bodies behind the ball, trying to give Sandro some support in that midfield area. Luka Modric even getting back virtually on the D to close down Sami Khedira.
Now here's Marcelo again, moving towards the Tottenham penalty area, plays it square for Di Maria. Good backtracking though from Van der Vaart, distracts him, and Spurs are able to get it clear, but only as far as this near side, and the ball from Sergio Ramos is played back to the centre circle. So here come Real Madrid again then. Xabi Alonso plays it short for Marcelo, whips it into the penalty area, left-footed on, it's almost fallen to Adebayor. The header back across the face of goal was from Sergio Ramos. Adebayor went for it at the far post, couldn't quite get there. He's claiming he was pushed. Spurs survive. It's still Real Madrid 1, Tottenham 0.
Well, that man Marcelo is getting way too much joy. A little nudge in the back, the suggestion from William Gallas. Basically, it's whipped in from the left-hand side over to the right-hand side of the 18-yard box. Great ingenuity, wasn't it, from Sergio Ramos to nod the ball back across goal for Adebayor. Just a little nudge from former Arsenal teammates, not enough for me for a penalty.
No way.
A let-off though. How good has Marcelo been in this first half? He's been superb.
Nuisance.
Roberto Carlos-esque here in the Bernabeu.
Good comparison, actually. A real legend in these parts. As Real Madrid have the ball now in the centre circle, and they're coming forward at pace. Alonso holding the ball up, plays it out wide here to the right-hand side. Di Maria, edge of the penalty area, left-footed shot, well held by the keeper, Gomez. Lacked a bit of pace, but again he'll have seen it late, and Gomez makes the save.
I think one of the only things about Angel Di Maria's play tonight is there's not variation. When Ronaldo's picking the ball up midway through the Spurs half, dead central usually, he looks to pop it out to Di Maria. What does Di Maria do every time? Come inside, vary your play, go down the outside, drag Esu Okotu into positions that he doesn't want to. Very predictable, and the shot was very tame.
9 times European champions Real Madrid. A reminder that twice in the round of 16 teams came from a first leg deficit to win and go through, and the way things are going, that's how Tottenham are going to have to go through as it stands at the moment. Chorluka charging hard down the right hand side is blocked. It's going to be a free kick to Tottenham, who are 1-0 down here in the Bernabeu. Xabi Alonso stood his ground and blocked the Tottenham Hotspur man, veteran Chorluka. It was Carvalho who went in with his shoulder and has conceded the free kick.
Yeah, just the block. 10 yards outside of Real Madrid's 18-yard box on the right-hand side if your Spurs attacking. Good run by veteran Chorluka. They're going to have to do that. They're going to have to get players playing and getting forward into positions they're not normally accustomed to. Spurs have very good free kick position on that right-hand side.
Dawson's in there, and the left-footed free kick is whipped in towards the 6-yard area. Keeper spilt it, but there's a foul committed on him according to the referee. Sandro was standing by there, Michael Dawson was there. There's one or two arguments going on. Players have to be separated, and it's going to be a free kick to Real Madrid deep inside their own penalty area. Dawson committed the foul, put his left arm across the face of Casillas, and that is what the foul was given for.
Well, I think the diagonals could really come into play. Dawson is a good passer of the ball over 30-40 yards as he approaches the halfway line. Keep pinging it over the top of Sergio Ramos for the run of Gareth Bale. It pushes your team up in the invidious position that they're in, of being completely dominated in midfield and having only 10 men to play. And it's working a bit at the moment. They're at least getting out of their own half. They're at least giving the back four a bit of breathing space.
Yeah, holding them since that early goal went in. And now Gareth Bale on the left-hand side tries to take it round his man, who is Pepe, into lead Schalke by 2-1. Milito on 33 minutes with the goal for Inter Milan, and Pepe has got a yellow card, and that means he will miss the next game because he was already on a yellow. So Pepe will not play in the second leg of this Champions League tie.
Well, that's very good. I mean, if they can get Gareth Bale doing that up against Carvalho, Sergio Ramos, even Di Maria and Ronaldo, please get them all to miss the second leg at White Hart Lane. Good free kick position, left-hand side of the 18-yard box.
Van der Vaart whips it in. Bale was in there. He's headed wide, though. It was aiming for the far stick, and it's gone behind for a goal kick to Real Madrid. But at least Spurs, with that man Gareth Bale, Stan, are starting to make some sort of impression now. Yeah,
he's growing in stature as the game's going on, isn't he? He's getting at least into the final third, running at pace, which is just making the Real Madrid back four think a little bit. Their tempo has flattened a little bit. We haven't seen so much on the ball in the last 5 or 6 minutes of play of Khedira and Ozil.
Real Madrid have had 62% of the possession in this game so far, and Marcelo has moved into the penalty area now. Tries to get the ball across. It's a good challenge, though, for Tottenham by Chorluka. Out wide to the left-hand side, and Alonso played the ball square as it comes across back to this near side for Ramos now. Ramos just delicately chips it into the penalty area, had it cleared by Dawson to Marcelo now. Marcelo, right-footed, chips the ball across. There's nobody there. That's uncharacteristic for Real Madrid, and it's going to be a goal kick to Tottenham away to our right with 8 minutes to half-time on Talksport. Real Madrid 1, Tottenham 0.
I think that Harry Redknapp will want players doubling up. It's a pity, really, that Aaron Lennon didn't play, because he will be doing that role with Vedran Chorluka to stop the runs forward of Marcelo down the left-hand side. You can see why he's got one goal in the Champions League already, and now eager Jose Mourinho was to get him back into the team. That offers real balance. But as usual with Spurs, Gareth Bale, the real outstanding player of the half.
Now here's Adebayor, but the offside flag is up, it seems, or there's a foul committed. The flag was up on this near side, so it's going to be an offside decision, and Tottenham will have a free kick. Dawson went into the challenge with Cadera, and it's going to be a free kick to Spurs. Gareth Bale, by the way, has only completed 3 games this calendar year since the turn of the year 2011.
And that will have an impact as the game goes on, Nigel. I mean, a hamstring strain is one of those things, you can feel it and you inhibited, and you play within yourself, and Harry will want him for the big Premier League games to come. What you don't want him is making one of those trademark runs and going off, and it would really be a nightmare. So he has to just make sure he paces himself, if possible, through the game. Virtually impossible, though, at this kind of level of football. A real test.
Now Real Madrid come forward again. Spurs have to hold this to the break. They cannot afford to concede another goal. Marcelo, midway inside the Spurs half, moving forward at pace, tries to find Adebayor. He's beaten to it, though. Well played by Sandro. And now Michael Dawson in his own penalty area swoops to sky high the ball. And now it's going to fall to Asua Kotu on the left-hand touchline. Ball played up towards Gareth Bale. He goes back to Asua Kotu now and up towards the halfway line. Real Madrid 1, Tottenham Hotspur 0 on Talksport with Ford, official sponsors of the UEFA Champions League. Ball played wide on the left-hand side for Ronaldo now. He holds the ball up for Real Madrid and plays it down the channel for Özil. Mesut Özil, the German who had such a great World Cup last summer. Square for Ronaldo, who's been fairly quiet so far but has been fouled. And if there's one place where you do not foul Cristiano Ronaldo, to present him with a set-piece opportunity, it is outside the penalty area, almost level centre in front of goal. This is Ronaldo territory.
It's amazing how little he goes down the left or the right these days. He picks the ball up on the left, doesn't he? And he'll, like on the opposite side, Angel Di Maria looks to come in, looks to shape to shoot when he gets into central positions. Luka had to give away the foul, really, to just about to pull the trigger. The former Manchester United hero. He stands over the ball, 15 yards out, 10 yards outside the 18-yard box. Touch to the left. 1, 2, 3 steps back, a step to the right, Johnny Wilkinson style.
Well, they know it's dangerous here. Ronaldo steps up, and that's not one of his better efforts, I think it's fair to say. He's skied it well and truly over the bar. He's disappointed with that. 29 metres out, according to the stats on our monitor in front of us. 5 minutes to half-time in the Bernabeu on Talksport. It's Real Madrid 1, Tottenham Hotspur 0, and Ronaldo made a bit of a mess of that.
Well, I mentioned Johnny Wilkinson.
He'd have been proud of that.
Ronaldo would have been proud of that one, straight through the uprights, a good 15 or 20 yards over the bar. Real Madrid dominating the play, but there is 1 or 2 suggestions that with Gareth Bale on the left, if he can stay fit, and Luka 1 or 2 runs down the right, that they may get into this game.
Could do. They're a goal down and they're a man down in the Bernabeu on Talksport. Pepe has let the ball run out of play on the left-hand side for a throw-in, and now they're coming forward again. Real Madrid holding the ball up just outside the penalty area is Özil. He plays it to Marcelo. The ball's whipped across towards the penalty area, cleared by Asua Kotu into the path of Ramos. Real Madrid dinking the ball about. Marcelo's going to head it for Adebayor. Shot is blocked superbly by Michael Dawson. He turned his back on Adebayor, and the shot was cannoned off the Spurs defender. Magnificent defending from Michael Dawson as Ronaldo picks the ball up, squares it for Di Maria with a shot, blocked again. They're appealing for handball, and the shot comes in once again for Real Madrid at the second time of asking from Di Maria. They're going mad at the referee. They're appealing for handball. He's not interested, and it's still 1-0 Real Madrid. Hats off to Dawson for some heroic defending.
Well, 3 passages of play, but as Angel Di Maria gets the ball on the edge of the 18-yard box, he pops it up, he just shoots it. It's one of those where Michael Dawson is chasing the ball down, he turns his body to the side and has his hands, almost if he's got his hands up against the wall. It does catch his hands. I've seen them given, Nige.
It's human instincts, I would suggest, to protect yourself like that.
It's almost protecting the face.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
The one where the player gets the ball right on the edge of the D, he's shaping for the volley, Dawson comes side onto the ball, puts his arms up against his face, and Di Maria shoots well against Dawson's arms, but Dawson stood firm and a great block before that.
Adebayor again moving forward. They're appealing that he was pushed away from the ball in the penalty area. He's won a corner anyway. Inter 2, Schalke 2. Schalke equalise in the other quarter-final tie taking place tonight. Remember, we're at Stamford Bridge tomorrow for the whole game live of Chelsea against Manchester United in the quarter-final first leg there. In the Bernabeu, Real Madrid leads Spurs by 1-0, and the atmosphere is intense. it's daunting for Spurs. But if they can get to half-time with just that one goal conceded, there will be real hope that they can do something here tonight, even with 10 men.
Difficult to translate to people that maybe haven't played at that kind of level with that kind of intensity. What kind of shift Spurs are having to do tonight? They're having to be mentally and physically absolutely at 100%. Quite simply, Real Madrid are imperious in the final third, aren't they? So many options. Every player that gets on the ball, if it's Khedira, 2 or 3 players playing in front of him that he can find a 5-yard pass to. Same with Ronaldo, same with Angel Di Maria. Spurs need to hold firm.
Harry Redknapp has said we can beat anybody at White Hart Lane. The target for this game was to still be in the tie, going back to North London. And they are still in this tie at the moment, although Ronaldo now is charging forward wide on the left-hand side. Takes it round Gianluca, and the referee has given a goal kick. Ronaldo was appealing for a foul. The Real Madrid fans thought it was a foul. They thought it might even have been a corner. And Ronaldo has got a sarcastic smile on his face. He's taken the ball round Gianluca, it's gone out of play, and he's run into Gianluca, I would say.
A 6'4" man, left-hand side of the 18-yard box, almost to the byline, taps it past another 6'4" man, and goes down like Devon Lock. That's Cristiano Ronaldo, or part of his game for sure.
Gets away with it at times though, and now Madrid have the ball on the near side. It's all the way back towards Angel Di Maria, back towards Casillas, and Casillas has sliced the clearance and handed Tottenham a corner. How bizarre is that?
They certainly need to do better from set pieces, because they've had 3 or 4 now, Spurs. They had the one when Crouch was still on the pitch, Van der Vaart on the opposite side, whipped into the near post. This is going to be an out-swinging left-footed corner.
Now they'd love an away goal just before half-time. Corner to Spurs, Van der Vaart. It's headed away, out towards the right-hand side. Jermaine Gillis is going to hold the ball up now for Tottenham. Gets it all the way back to the halfway line, and Gianluca now launches it towards the edge of the penalty area. The header went up there, but it's only into the path of Casillas, and the opportunity has gone begging as the 45 minutes are up in the first half in the Bernabeu. Real Madrid 1, Tottenham Hotspur 0, as we await news on time added on, 1 minute to be added on. So we're into that minute of extra time added on here in this first half. Spurs need to hold out of here, because Real Madrid are coming strong again now. Adebayor, edge of the penalty area, vital clearance by Dawson, only into the path of Ronaldo, edge of the box, left-footed shot is blocked once again by Michael Dawson, into the path of Gareth Bale.
Top draw blockage from Michael Dawson, stood on his feet, waited for Cristiano Ronaldo on the right-hand side of the 18-yard box to come inside, and then as he pulls the trigger, puts himself in harm's way.
How is that not a foul? Ramos has just run straight into Gareth Bale.
Well, it is a foul. Right in front of Harry Redknapp in the technical area down below.
He's given a throw-in to Tottenham.
They're certainly rattled in terms of Sergio Ramos. He isn't getting us forward as much as Marcelo on the other side, because he's very aware of Gareth Bale. I mean, for me now, you've got to keep forcing it down his throat. Keep playing the diagonals from Michael Dawson to Gareth Bale to try and keep Spurs moving forward. They're not going to do it through the central midfield areas. They're going to do it, if they are going to do it, through Gareth Bale. Half-time.
Yep, the half-time whistle has gone. Felix Bryce has blown the half-time whistle, and it's Emmanuel Adebayor, the former Arsenal and Manchester City man, who has done the damage in this first half. Real Madrid opening the scoring very early in this game. Peter Crouch sent off for 2 yellow cards, which were a little bit harsh, to be fair, and it's the Spanish side who hold the advantage at the break here in the Bernabeu. Real Madrid 1, Tottenham Hotspur 0. Join us for the whole of the second half in a few moments' time.
Stan, let's have a little bit of a chat about that. I can't completely agree with you on Peter Crouch. I don't know where he was mentally at all for that first 10 minutes. He went to ground twice with 2 of those tackles on a lush surface, and he didn't learn from the first one. And the second one, you're always going to get booked in Europe like that. They are 2 bookable offences.
I mean, I agree. I mean, a lot of people saying maybe a warning for the first one and a yellow card for the second. You don't get a warning in Europe. I know you don't. And what the problem was that Real Madrid moved the ball around very quickly, didn't they? Yep. Good skill by Marcelo in the second one. Ramos moves the ball away from Crouch in the first one. And what Peter Crouch is guilty of of just not standing up.
Yes.
I mean, even if he wins the ball in either of those areas, Sags, on the right and left-hand side of the 18-yard box, only 5 or 6 yards out, who's he going to play it to? He isn't going to go and running on goal, is he? And going to go and shoot, because he's got 2 or 3 other players, so it is silly. Harry's going to have to reorganise. Will he stay with Rafael van der Vaart as the furthest man forward, or will he bring on Peter Crouch?
He'll run out of legs.
Bring on Pavlyuchenko, apologise.
Ironically, though, down to 10 men, Spurs was suddenly shaken into the game because they were all over the place with 11 to start with. They just didn't seem to be in the game at all. And I know that they obviously losing Aaron Lennon for illness just before the kickoff. I'd like to know what all that was about as well, poor chap. But that sort of disrupted everything. But once they lost Crouch, they knew then it's backs to the wall, and it somehow galvanised them for me just a little bit. And to get in at half-time 1-0. The critical time here is going to be the last 20 if Real get a second. Yeah,
the out ball for Spurs is Bale. Dawson getting it, like I said, midway through his own half, pinging it out to the left-hand side. Bale
somehow
beats
for dead
Ramos.
Ball situations as well.
Exactly, you get your free kicks, you get a little bits and pieces. Luka's made a couple of decent runs. They can forget playing through the midfield, Spurs, because Van der Vaart, Modric and Sandro and Genius are essentially now parking in front of Luka, Gallas and Dawson and Assou-Ekotto.
We still play our football with a naivety in Europe as well.
To be fair to Spurs, it's their first season though, Manchester United don't, Chelsea don't.
No, I know, but what I was going to go on to say about that is that, a lot of these players, quite a few of these Spurs players are pretty well versed of top-class football. When I say a naivety, if this was the other way down, Real Madrid would be down to 10 men away from home now. They'd have been down for a few injuries, they'd have been wasting time, they'd have taken 5 minutes off the clock, they wouldn't be doing this, they wouldn't be doing that. We sort of still play the pure football in a way.
And long may it continue. We saw Cristiano Ronaldo get to the byline.
By the way, that was very close to Ronaldo should be very close to getting a booking. And look, I can't disagree with what the referee did to Peter Crouch, but he's not the best either. We worry about our referees. He's not the best. He's made 1 or 2 pretty poor decisions. And I have to say, I hate to say it as well, that, Spurs got lucky with the Dawson. It was a penalty, wasn't it?
I've seen them given. I mean, I can see from a referee's perspective why he didn't give it, because if he's got that snapshot in his mind of Angel Di Maria right dead central on the edge of the D, shooting the half volley, so it's coming up, rising towards Michael Dawson's body, is that Michael Dawson just doesn't want to stand dead in front of it and catch it in his chest or catch it in his face. So he's gone, as players do, side on. He's got his hands up near his face, almost as if he's ready to put his palms of his hands on a wall. And because the ball has travelled very quickly, it's caught his hands. But I don't think anybody could say it's deliberate ball to hand. So therefore, for me, it's not a penalty.
Yeah, and of course the surface is absolutely superb. But then it would be because it's an English groundsman, Stan.
Yes, surface is wonderful. I mean,
it's so lush. That's the problem there in a way.
Harry and Jose Mourinho won't give a monkeys today as long as they get the result.
But what I'm saying about that, there's a lot. It was so lush that nobody could stay on their feet. The Spurs side, they like to use the tackle. They got off their feet and inside the box early on as well. You just can't do that sort of thing in these European games.
With the slick surface, very dewy on top. Khedira, Ozil, Di Maria, Ronaldo and Adebayor's movement in that opening 25 minutes was top draw, Sags. They were in final third, finding little passes, little flicks. It's not the same intuitiveness that a Busquets, Xavi and Iniesta have, but it can be just as effective. You've got really powerful guys that can just take the ball off a line and get shots on very early. So, I mean, Sandro, if I'm him in the dressing room now, you just it's like a boxer that's been punch drunk after the 5th or 6th round. The work rate that the lad has to go through, but it's now it's not going to be a gamble for Spurs because they don't need to go and score a goal. Modric, Genius, Bale all have to make sure that they get alongside Sandro to try and keep this down to 1.
Tell you what, they're still in the game, they're still in the tie. That's the important thing. It's going to be such a tense 45 minutes now for Spurs fans, as Spurs hope to hold on in the Bernabeu and not blow it in the first leg against Real Madrid down to 10 men after 2 ridiculously silly little fouls from Peter Crouch in the first few minutes of that match to get 2 yellows and you're off. You just can't do it in European football. 08717 223344. Call Stan and myself right the way through till 11 o'clock here on Kick-Off tonight on the final whistle too. You're listening to Kick-Off with Ford, official sponsors of the UEFA Champions League. Second half commentary from the Bernabeu to come next.
Live UEFA Champions League football on Talksport with Ford, founding sponsor of the UEFA Champions League.
If you thought a bomb strategy involved a horse box with a rocket-powered helicopter that flies out of the back end, or if you thought that Dow Jones was the Welsh rugby team's blindside flanker, or that global conglomerates was something you'd need a special cream for, then you need to listen to Talksport's business bulletins on the Alan Brazil Breakfast with Cartridge World Business Direct. Talksport business updates on the Alan Brazil Sports Breakfast with Cartridge World Business Direct, saving you money on your office printing.
That chip on your windscreen could easily crack and cost you your insurance excess. So get it repaired by Autoglass. We'll come to wherever's most convenient to you to do the job. And if you're fully comp, it's usually free and won't affect your no claims.
Call Autoglass directly on 0800 234 234 or book online at autoglass.co.uk.
Autoglass repair, Autoglass replace.
We've made the new Audi A6 more efficient. It means that when you fill up, you'll find that your Audi A6's economical engine, lightweight design, recuperation mode and start-stop technology will allow you to keep going for longer than you might expect before you need to stop and fill up again. The new Audi A6. Enhanced driving. Learn more at audi.co.uk or visit your local Audi centre. Audi. Vorsprung durch Technik.
Building. We're all on the site and we're running to time.
They're delivering the gear today.
The stuff from the yard, the mortar mix.
And the render bond PVA.
We've picked out the boiler and vertical flue.
The one on page 396.
Aye, and we got your valves, the CRVs and your digital programming switch. With a wide range of products at low trade prices, get everything you need to get the job done. Trade Point. Trade brands, trade prices, trade only. Pick up your new trade catalogue in store today.
Trade Point!
UEFA Champions League football live on Talksport with Ford, official vehicle supplier to the UEFA Champions League since 1992.
UEFA Champions League football live on Talksport. Tomorrow night from 7, Chelsea take on Manchester United in a massive Champions League quarter-final first leg tie.
Lovely move by Chelsea.
Don't miss full uninterrupted commentary from Stamford Bridge of Chelsea versus Manchester United.
Ryan Giggs has got the goal.
UEFA Champions League football live tomorrow night from 7 on Talksport.
Let's give you all the half-times around Europe tonight then in the two quarter-finals in the Champions League. I'm afraid it is Real Madrid 1, Spurs 0. Spurs down to 10 men. Peter Crouch sent off for 2 bookable offences. Rob says, well done Crouch, you idiot. But seriously well played Tottenham, keeping it at 1-0 till now. 45 minutes of drama from the Bernabeu to come. Full commentary here on Talk Sport. Madrid are a very average side. This cup really is Barca's. And the rest, very, very poor teams inhabiting this poor cup, says Dave. Dave, it's drama all the way, though, and it's great listening to it right now. Let's move on to the other match, then, in the Champions League. It's Inter 2, Schalke 2 at half-time. Schalke, no great shakes in the league, but doing well tonight at the San Siro with 2 away goals so far. Into the End Power Championship. It's Reading 1, Preston 0. In League 1, it's Bristol Rovers 1, Bournemouth 0. It's Dagenham Redbridge 0, Peterborough United 2. Leyton Orient 2, Plymouth 0. Notts County 0, Rochdale 2. Sheffield Wednesday 3, Tranmere 0. Southampton 1, Charlton 0. Some great half times there for the sides looking for playoff places and automatic promotion into the Championship. League 2, Accrington 1, Southend 0. Burton 1, Northampton 1, Hereford 0, Wickham 0, Macclesfield 0, Bradford City 1. In Scotland in the Premier League, this is a result. St Johnstone 0, Rangers 2. It means that Rangers go top of the table ahead of Celtic with 68 points to Celtic's 67, although Celtic do still have a game in hand. And in the First Division in Scotland, Morton 2, Stirling 0 is the latest. Cowdenbeath 2, Ross County 0. Let's go to the Blue Square Premier back in England. Histon 0, Rushton 0, Luton Town 1, Kettering 0, Mansfield 2, Southport 0, Newport County 2, Darlington 0, and York City 1, Crawley Town 1. You are right up to date with our football so far. Just before we go back to the Bernabeu, if you've just joined us here on Talk Sport, you've missed a dramatic 45 minutes. It all started so early, and it was so early bad news for Tottenham.
to him. Özil, who whips the ball into the penalty area, and a shot already is deflected wide from Angel Di Maria, and it's a corner to Real Madrid. Corner whipped in now from the right-hand side, header from Adebayor. Oh, it's gone over the line. A disastrous start for Tottenham. That is just not what they needed, and the former Arsenal man has scored against Tottenham Hotspur in the 4th minute of the game. Adebayor with the header. It's Real Madrid 1, Tottenham Hotspur 0.
A dream start for Real Madrid, but an awful piece of goalkeeping from Aurelio Gomez.
There's a late challenge and a yellow card for Tottenham Hotspur. Peter Crouch has gone in late and has committed a foul. There's a bit of frustration, I think, there perhaps, as the ball was played short. First time crossfield ball left to right, and again Real Madrid are able to win the ball back, and Crouch has just gone in there, and it looks like Peter Crouch is off. 2 yellow cards. Peter Crouch has gone, and within 15 minutes of this game, Real Madrid are a goal up. Tottenham are down to 10 men. 2 yellow cards for Peter Crouch. It's a disaster for Harry Redknapp's side.
Oh, that's an absolute nightmare.
Gareth Bale now for Tottenham into the penalty area. His shot has hit the side netting. That's the best run so far for Tottenham, unleashed from a decent ball played in from the right-hand side. Xabi Alonso plays it short for Marcelo, whips it into the penalty area, left-footed on, it's almost fallen to Adebayor. The header back across the face of goal was from Sergio Ramos. Adebayor went for it at the far post, couldn't quite get there. He's claiming he was pushed. Spurs survive. It's still Real Madrid 1, Tottenham 0.
What a first half. Just to remind you, of course, tomorrow night the whole of Kick-Off live from Stamford Bridge for Chelsea against Manchester United, and another quarter-final, another night of nerves and another night of pure theatre when it comes to top European Champions League football. All the goals as they continue to go in. Don't forget, on the final whistle, you can have the final say on all today's action. Call Collymore and myself, 08717 22 3344. Text us 81089 and get involved as well on the Twitter at Talksport KO. Don't forget as well tonight, throughout this week, we're looking at your greatest Champions League midfielders tonight in our huge Champions League week to celebrate, with Talksport wanting you to compile a football team made up of the best players that the UEFA Champions League has ever seen. This is what we're after. We're calling it the Talksport Listeners Champions League All-Star 11, and we're looking for your greatest Champion League midfielders tonight of all time in the Champions League. Tweet us now at Talksport on #CL All-Stars and tell us who you think have been the best midfielders of all time in the UEFA Champions League history. And by the end of the week, we will reveal the top 11 UEFA Champions League players of all time as decided by you. Have a think about that. Have a think about what's to come later on when you get your chance to voice your opinion, as I say, on all the day's action and stories today. And have a listen to this right now. It's Kick-Off with Ford, official sponsors of the UEFA Champions League. Work for Tottenham to do tonight, down to 10 men and 1 down in the Bernabeu. Hang on, here's Nigel and Stan.
Thanks very much, Mark. Yes, welcome back to the Bernabeu. Well, it all started to go wrong 5 minutes before the game started. After the warm-up, Aaron Lennon was taken ill. We thought it was a hamstring originally. Jermaine Genius was given the nod to start the game for Tottenham Hotspur. And then within a matter of 5 minutes of the game starting, Emmanuel Adebayor gave Real Madrid the lead. Peter Crouch then sent off for 2 yellow cards. Apart from that, everything's gone swimmingly well for Tottenham Hotspur. And Jermaine Defoe is going to make his way onto the field of play. I can tell you, the man who has had an indifferent season, has had injury problems, but has got the pace, has got the drive to score goals up front. And Defoe is about to make his entrance to the Bernabeu and try and make a difference for Tottenham.
Yeah, just putting the tape on underneath the shin pads, those shin pads that come ankle pads. Just put him on. He's genuflecting as he comes onto the pitch. I'm surprised, I've got to admit, that Jermaine Defoe is coming on rather than Roman Pavlyuchenko. Jermaine Defoe, very much a player that is good going forward, not so good holding the ball up. It remains to be seen how it works, but the most important thing for Spurs, defensively, do that shift, roll those sleeves up, give themselves an opportunity at White Hart Lane.
And Real Madrid keeping Spurs waiting. They're in the tunnel right now. Mourinho did this quite a bit with Chelsea. He got on other teams' nerves on occasions when he was at Chelsea by deliberately, it seemed, making his players come away from the dressing room at half-time very late. And Carvalho is still not out. He's about to come out of the tunnel, we think. And Mourinho taking a very close look at his watch. It did happen quite a lot with Chelsea.
He was delighted, no doubt about that. He's got a very stern face at the moment. See on our monitor just in front of us. He's got to be delighted with the movement of Ozil, Di Maria, Khedira and Ronaldo in particular. After the first 15 minutes, Emmanuel Adebayor, particularly after that 5-minute spell after the game, looked like after the goal, looked like a man possessed, didn't he? But can they break Spurs down over 90 minutes to get that second and third? If they score 3, game over as far as I'm concerned. If they can keep it to 2 or 1, we've got a barnstormer in prospect this time next week.
Well, and it's going to be a rearguard action, and a man who's only scored 2 goals in 16 league appearances. Jermaine Defoe has come on for Tottenham as the out-and-out front man for them. You maybe thought Pavlyuchenko might have been a better bet, Stan, as the ball runs out of play on that far touchline.
I don't know whether Roman Pavlyuchenko has got a knock. I mean, Jermaine Defoe, 2 goals in 2 Champions League games as opposed to Roman Pavlyuchenko's 3 in 5. But I think you need somebody who's adept at holding the ball up, give him a platform, because what Spurs aren't going to be able to do is outplay Real Madrid in midfield. So bypass the midfield, good old-fashioned longer ball, big man holds it up, and then you get one to gamble, either Rafael van der Vaart or a Luka Modric, that type of player. But Jermaine Defoe, not so sure. It remains to be seen how well he does.
Well, still some people making their way back to their seats as Ronaldo comes forward for Real Madrid in their all-white strip, attacking right to left in the Bernabeu now. We're high over the halfway line in our commentary position as Alonso plays the ball short towards the edge of the penalty area. Adebayor now. Oh, he tried to just slip the ball back out to Ozil on the edge of the box. It's fallen here now to Alonso on that far side. Squares the ball inside for Marcelo. A clever little chip was looking for Adebayor, but it's fallen to Modric, and he is able to bring the ball away now up towards that halfway line. Defoe went for it alongside Carvalho, and now the ball has fallen on this near side to Ronaldo, and he's been given room to shoot, and it's a powerful shot that has been blocked in the Spurs penalty area by William Gallas. He has taken one for the team there, because he is out of breath as the ball cannoned off his body, and Gallas has really been winded by that shot coming in there.
Well, classic Cristiano Ronaldo again, picking the ball up midway through the Spurs off. William Gallas is limping. Surely he took one in the chest rather than anything to do with his foot there, but he
may have been the way he landed, Stan.
Yeah, came in off the left-hand side, Ronaldo. Far too much time and space to be able to set the sights to goal. Hit it right in the midriff of William Gallas.
And now Real Madrid come forward at pace with Adebayor, plays the ball out wide towards Marcelo into the penalty area. Di Maria is there, and Spurs are able to tidy up and do some defending with Modric, who tries to get Bale away on the left-hand side, but Real Madrid have broken that attack down and have won the ball back with Ronaldo now midway inside the Spurs half. Ronaldo plays the ball square towards Marcelo. Nice approach work from Real Madrid. Back square again for Ronaldo. A nice clever back flick for Xabi Alonso, who's playing more deep, and he plays the ball out wide towards Di Maria now. On the overlap, the cross comes in. It was aimed for Adebayor, but he couldn't quite get to it, and Dawson again launched his right foot at it, and it's gone out for a Real Madrid throw-in on the far touchline.
I'm just looking at a replay of that shot by Cristiano Ronaldo. Hits Gallas almost in the right shoulder, but like you say, I think it's the way he landed. Real Madrid dominant again, right the way up to the edge of the 18-yard box.
Ronaldo with a powerful shot has just glanced the side netting, just on the edge of the penalty area, given too much time again, and the former Manchester United man with a powerful left-footed shot has just skimmed the side netting.
Well, Spurs seem to be in the same slumber as they were in the opening 10-15 minutes of the first half, which is not keeping possession of the ball long enough, retreating to the edge of their own 18-yard box, and just allowing Madrid to play. You don't have to have players of the calibre that we've mentioned in Real Madrid's forward attacking positions to be able to punish you if you're allowing somebody to essentially have a shot from 15-20 yards out. I mean, what a record, Cristiano Ronaldo. 77 goals in 70 Real Madrid football matches. Incredible stat.
That's why they paid £80 million. That's why Manchester United let him go. A lot of talk about Gareth Bale. Would Spurs let him go? It would have to be a big bid. Mourinho saying that he wouldn't expect himself to sign Gareth Bale because he's got Ronaldo playing in a similar position. And he wouldn't expect a team like Tottenham, who are developing, to let players go like that, because once one goes, in Bale for example, maybe Modric would follow, Van der Vaart would follow that, and they'd be back in mid-table. And now Real Madrid coming forward, ball played through from Marcelo, was aiming there towards Özil, who went down in the box and appealed for a penalty, but he's going to have to make do with possession on the right-hand side.
Marcelo's been fantastic, absolutely top draw, the highest compliment you can pay. He's very Roberto Carlos-esque in terms of his movement down the left-hand side, always willing to get into attack mode. Plays the ball inside there. Suggestion of a little nudge in the back. Real Madrid just toying with Spurs now, playing lots of keep ball.
And now they've got the ball on the edge of the Spurs penalty area. It's going to fall here towards Sergio Ramos. It goes out wide to the right-hand side of play, and now a left-footed shot from Marcelo. Didn't have any pace, and it cannoned away. And now Real Madrid will start again with Xabi Alonso, the former Liverpool man. Ball played forward for Adebayor in the penalty area. 3 Spurs players around him. Michael Dawson tidying up, but Marcelo wins it back. Di Maria with a shot, across the face of goal. And Asua Koto is there to clear it up, only into the path of Alonso again. Square here for Ramos. Ramos plays it back once again. It's constant pressure from the men in white as the ball falls to Di Maria on the edge of the penalty area. Spurs with lots of defending to do here now. Di Maria holds the ball up and plays it back once again, this time for Marcelo. Right-footed shot into the penalty area, deflected wide by Cristiano Ronaldo. Still 1-0 Madrid.
Well, in that attack, we're here to very much paint a picture for people listening to the game. Real Madrid had 8 players in white shirts on the edge of Tottenham's 18-yard box. It's just unsustainable, Nigel, over a 90-minute football match to be able to do that, because you've got Luka Modric, Sandro, Jermaine Genius, all having to sit in front of the back 4, but 2 of them, namely Jermaine Genius and Luka Modric, are not defensive-minded midfield players. If you've got somebody that can genuinely rat around there and nick ball, fantastic, but Spurs haven't.
Well, 51 minutes on the clock here. Real Madrid 1, Tottenham Hotspur 0. In a game which has had plenty to talk about already. Ronaldo, edge of the penalty area, inside towards Adebayor. Adebayor goes down under pressure and Dawson brings it away. Once again, he's had a decent game tonight, Michael Dawson, as Genius brings it away once again, and the ball's played wide towards Defoe now. Jermaine Defoe twisting and turning, goes on his own. 4 Real Madrid defenders though, he's outnumbered. Plays it out wide to Bale, who's into the Madrid penalty area. Shot deflected wide, corner to Spurs.
Good counter-attack by Spurs, soaked up all the pressure, pinged one pass out to the right-hand side where Defoe was waiting. He just trundles in towards the D on the edge of the 18-yard box, pops it left to Bale. Bale manages to get the corner. That has to be the game plan now. Spurs hitting on the counter-attack with rapid pace.
Once again, Van der Vaart fails to complete a game for Tottenham. It's about 17 times he's been brought off now. This will be the 18th as Bale whips the ball into the penalty area, edge of the 6-yard box. It's headed clear as far as Asua Koto, and that was a decent effort, taking Real Madrid by surprise. Goes just wide of Casillas' right-hand post, and it remains 1-0 to Real Madrid.
Well, decent effort. Anything from that distance, 25-30 yards, absolutely. If it doesn't go in, if it's not one of those wonder strikes, remember Danny Rose's strike for Spurs against Arsenal, that kind of distance on the left-hand side for Spurs, but if it comes off a shin, backside, anything that can get Spurs back into this game.
You're listening to Kick-Off with Ford, official sponsors of the UEFA Champions League on Talksport. Stan Collymore, alongside myself, Nigel Pearson, Mark Saggers back in London, and Sags and Stan taking your calls through until 11. 08717 22 4. Plenty to talk about with the news early on, 5 minutes before kick-off here, that Aaron Lennon has been taken ill. Then Adebayor scored a goal, Crouch sent off, Van der Vaart taken off at half-time for Defoe. Lots to talk about in this game as Real Madrid come forward again with Özil. He's not really used the pace to penetrate like we saw in the World Cup in the summer, but other players in the Real Madrid side have done that, as we see Xabi Alonso with a disappointing through ball, and Mourinho on the edge of his technical area not happy with the way the ball was fed through, and not enough movement for him either.
Well, great minds think alike. I'm just going to say, width. If you've got players basically standing within the parameters of the 18-yard box, as Spurs have done, everybody back, what's the best way to go? You either go through them or you go round them. By going round them, down the sides, and Mourinho's saying that width, but he doesn't have a team that plays with a lot of width unless you stick Di Maria out on the left Ronaldo out on the right, beat the fullbacks, get crosses in the box.
Into 2, Schalke 3. Raul has scored the goal on 53 minutes for Schalke in tonight's other quarter-final as Marcelo launches a long ball through. It was one of the rare careless balls that he's played through tonight, and it's gone straight out of play. We're almost 10 minutes into the second half now in the Bernabeu on Talksport. Real Madrid 1, Tottenham Hotspur 0 is the scoreline, and if Harry Redknapp and his side can hold Real Madrid to this scoreline, there will be hope back at White Hart Lane for the second leg.
Yeah, a couple of stats for you. Total attempts, Real Madrid 19 to Spurs 4. Attempts on target, 4 from Real Madrid to Spurs 1. Won't be happy with that, Jose Mourinho. 19 total attempts, only 4 on target. Not a good conversion rate at all.
And for more in-play live odds and markets, visit sportingbet.com, the home of in-play betting. We are up to the 10-minute mark in the second half. Real Madrid 1, Spurs 0, live on Talksport. First of 2 successive Champions League nights. We're at the Bridge tomorrow for Chelsea against Manchester United in the first leg of that quarter-final. United have travelled south today, had their press conference, training session, etc, etc, and all set for tomorrow night's big game live on Talksport. Now Spurs coming forward with Defoe. Left-hand touchline, it plays it back towards Modric, and then Asua Kotu. Again Defoe outnumbered. Too many times he's had that ball and he's had 3 players around him, and he's been caught offside there, and it's going to be a free kick to Real Madrid deep inside their own half.
I actually think Jermaine Defoe's looked lively since he's come on. He's run into the channels, on that time the left-hand channel, back to goal, held the ball up 2 or 3 touches, popped it back into the midfield area. He's going to have to do much more of that.
Ronaldo holds the ball up on the left-hand side, moving dangerously into the penalty area. It was a good delivery, and it was a good clearance from William Gallas behind the goal for a corner, taken quickly now. Ronaldo plays it short here for Marcelo in the penalty area for Adebayor with a header! Disaster again for Spurs early in the second half. Adebayor and the double. Real Madrid 2, Tottenham Hotspur 0.
Well, they were very narrow, Real Madrid, for the opening exchanges. The special one quite simply stood in the technical area and said, go wide, go round them. Ronaldo did it, whipped the ball in, it comes back to the left-hand side of the 18-yard box. Sadu put an absolutely delicious ball in. It was that man Marcelo, stands up at the far post. Adebayor back where it came from. Gomez had no chance. 2-0 to Real Madrid.
This is going to be a very, very long 63 minutes for Tottenham Hotspur now. How they could do with an away goal. Adebayor, Marcelo's cross, and our replay on our monitor in front of us here in the commentary position shows that Adebayor had the simplest of headers.
Well, if they have smelt blood now, Real Madrid, and they continue to utilise Di Maria and Ronaldo as wingers, it could get very messy indeed. Quite simply because you've got a target man in Emmanuel Adebayor, you've got people backing him up like Khedira, who's a decent height, can patrol on the edge of the 18-yard box, and in Marcelo, well, if this is how he's been playing all season, I've yet to see a better left-back anywhere in world football, to be honest. Wonderful header, just gets to the left-hand side of the 18-yard box, stands it up, bang, right across Gomez's right hand. Tough task for Spurs now.
You, Stan Collymore, would have loved a heading opportunity like that.
I scored one against the Albion like that.
Oh, thanks for reminding me.
Exactly the same. Pescasinido stood it up at the far post, Brummy Road in, bang.
Marcelo now whips the ball into the penalty area, and again an opportunity for Real Madrid as, it's gone begging that time. Khedira was sliding forward, ball whipped in from Marcelo, and Khedira has just been unable to make any connection with the header.
We've just seen a replay, textbook from Emmanuel Adebayor on the penalty spot, just punches the ball back where it came from. Goalkeeper stood absolutely prone, and then we saw in the second phase of play, a second or so ago, Marcelo again gets down the left-hand side of the 18-yard box. Who's running in? Khedira, because he's got plenty of height. So, how does Harry tackle this one now? Spurs are doing everything they possibly can to sit deep and to soak everything up. The odd occasional counter-attack. 3-0 for me, it's tie over, Nige.
I'd agree with you. I think 2-0 is a tall order anyway. Bale into the penalty area, forced a fine clearance from Carvalho. But I do feel 2-0. How the heck can Spurs turn that around at White Hart Lane? Stranger things have happened. Harry Redknapp has said we can beat anybody at White Hart Lane, but you're 2-0 down from the first leg, and there's still half an hour of this game to go. as Real Madrid come forward again now with Özil. Holds the ball up and plays it short for Xabi Alonso. Now towards the edge of the penalty area. The ball's delivered by Di Maria, but it's heading clear again. And Tottenham now with a long ball forward to the halfway line. And Real Madrid win it back once again. On that left-hand side, Marcelo. Ball played short here, and Özil plays the ball up again, and now Di Maria, and the ball bobbling about, and Spurs desperately trying to win it back. Ronaldo has it now. Can he free Marcelo? It's a good challenge by Gianluca, and it's a throw into Real Madrid on this near side. Real Madrid and their fans sense an opportunity. They believe this is a golden opportunity to build a big, big lead here, Stan.
Yeah, Sandro, Genius and Modric, their hearts are beating out of their chests. I mean, they're having to do so much legwork going back and patrol up and protect the back four. It's becoming increasingly difficult, and like I say, if you're not the type of player that has an instinct to be a defensive-minded midfielder, such as Modric, such as Genius, it becomes a very tough task. Real Madrid about to make a substitution, Nige.
The son of Diarra, familiar to Premier League fans, of course, familiar to Harry Redknapp. He knows him very well. He's been brought on for his 8th appearance of the season at the expense of Sami Khedira. So Lassana Diarra is on the field of play in the Bernabeu. The hour mark is up. It's Real Madrid 2, Tottenham Hotspur 0, and it's the former Arsenal man, Emmanuel Adebayor, who's got both goals for Real Madrid. What's going through the mind of Harry Redknapp now, I wonder?
Well, I think it's just a case of holding on, give them something, anything to be able to hold on to. They don't look like scoring. I certainly think you need in players like Gareth Bale and Jermaine Defoe. Forget Luka Modric as an attacking force, because he had to do so much defending. We're not going to see him in the final third. Real Madrid to take pot shots. Pot look, 2-1 I had at the start of the evening. Improbable but possible.
Could still happen. Ball whipped across from the right hand side for Tottenham Hotspur by veteran Gianluca, but again away from Pepe, who's been yellow carded tonight, so he'll miss the return leg at White Hart Lane, and the ball has gone out on that far side, and Tottenham have got themselves a throw-in. A little bit of respite then from the Real Madrid tirade, and Asua Kotu takes that throw-in. Now Jermaine Genius. Schalke have gone 4-2 up against Inter Milan. Ranocchio with an own goal on 58 minutes. Ronaldo now for Madrid. Plays the ball out wide to the right-hand side. Di Maria into the box for Adebayor now. He plays it out wide again for Ronaldo, who keeps it in play. Ronaldo with a nice, clever back flick with his left foot, but then delivers the ball into the penalty area and only into the arms of Gomez.
Well, that was the young kid that came from Sporting Club de Portugal to Manchester United all those years ago. The tricks for tricks' sake, tries to whip it in with the right foot as he gets to the byline down the right-hand side. Decides to do a little bit of showboating instead. Still good to watch, isn't he? And missed in the Premier League. A few players in this match tonight that are sadly missing from the Premier League. We enjoyed watching Adebayor. We enjoyed watching Ronaldo. Liverpool fans in particular enjoyed watching Alonso. And they're now plying their trade here in Spain for Real Madrid, who have that 2-0 lead. Emmanuel Adebayor with both goals. Is there any way back in the Bernabeu for Harry Redknapp's side? On Talksport, you're listening to Real Madrid 2, Tottenham 0 on Talksport with Ford, official sponsors of the UEFA Champions League. Real Madrid come forward again now on this left-hand side. Marcelo, who I think Stan will agree with me, is probably the man of the match so far in this game. Coming forward again, Adebayor plays the ball square for Alonso, and now plenty of time on the ball for Real Madrid as they come forward again on the right-hand side, and they've got all the time in the world. Remember, Spurs down to 10 men after the sending off of Peter Crouch. And Xabi Alonso holds the ball up now. He's waiting for Ronaldo to run into the penalty area, but Gomez is there off his line. The run was by Özil, and Gomez read it well. Well, if you're Xabi Alonso, the last 18 months or so, you've had the easiest job in world football, haven't you? Sitting in front of Busquets and Xavi Iniesta for country. Sat behind Ronaldo, Özil, Khedira for club. He just gets it casually off the back, pops it 5 yards.
Yeah, and he's a fine player in his own right, of course, as Ronaldo holds the ball up now, plays it back towards Marcelo, edge of the Tottenham penalty area. Marcelo holds the ball up as it's threaded through into that penalty area, but again, that time William Gallas is able to get it back towards Aurelio Gomez in the Tottenham goal. Ball up to the halfway line. It's Real Madrid 2, Tottenham Hotspur 0. Live on Talksport as Real Madrid win the ball back. Alonso now, out wide for Ozil, edge of the penalty area, tried to whip it towards the box, but there was Michael Dawson again, and Jermaine Defoe can't win the ball, and coming forward now for Real Madrid is Carvalho, and Spurs just can't get any time on the ball whatsoever. Real Madrid just strolling around as though it's a stroll in the park. Now here's Alonso, plays it forward for Ronaldo, back again towards Di Maria, into the penalty area, and Michael Dawson is there doing some defending work again. Di Maria now holds the ball up, back there doing some defending for Tottenham. Here's Asuakoto in the left full-back position, as you would expect. Xabi Alonso now, middle of the park, midway inside the Tottenham half, and Real Madrid are absolutely dominating this game as they chip the ball into the penalty area. Adebayor again, tipped over the bar by Gomez. That was needed, and that was a good delivery, and Adebayor, the danger man, tipped over the bar by the keeper.
Well, it may not have happened for him at Manchester City. He might be mean, might be moody, but he looks trim, looks up for the fight for me. Emmanuel Adebayor, beautiful ball by Lassana Diarra, 20 yards outside the 18-yard box, a touch to the right, to the far stick, so the diagonal right to left. Adebayor springs above William Gallas in the corner of the 6-yard box, and Gomez just tips it over. A big smile on his face, and rightly so. He's done everything you want from a big centre forward. We know he's got the ability. We've seen it at Arsenal, we've seen it in passing stages at Manchester City. Now he's doing it for Real Madrid.
Ozil with a corner, it's headed clear by Dawson that time. It's going to fall into the path of Marcelo now, wide to the left-hand side, and Alonso again as Madrid comes strong with Ozil on the left-hand side, tries to play the ball into the penalty area. Gomez is there to punch it clear, and then Asuakoto, edge of his own penalty area, tries to get the ball clear to Modric, who's hardly seen any of the ball, and again he's given it away first time. Into the path of Alonso. Here come Madrid again. Alonso in for Ronaldo. It's blocked into the path of Adebayor for his hat-trick. Blocked by Gianluca and returned towards the edge of the box by Di Maria and cleared away. It's a desperate state of affairs for Tottenham Hotspur now.
Well, they are really going for that third goal. Xabi Alonso is playing as an attacking midfielder, just leaving Lassana Diarra at home to hold. But it's all Real Madrid in that final third again, up to 6 or 7 bodies to be able to pass the ball to in that final third. Spurs trying to get out of their own half, but they can't. The last 10 minutes got out their own half once in this football match. Jose Mourinho wants them to push on and get that third goal. You would get the feeling that 3-0, even at White Hart Lane on a blockbuster night, that it would be too much to ask.
Well, I really do question whether Tottenham can overturn a 2-0 deficit at White Hart Lane against the side of this quality.
I think they'd take that now. I mean, the absolute tonking that they've had. I mean, there's going to be some tired old legs out there. I mean, they've got big Premier League games to come. I think that the next 3 games they've got are all at home, which will help. 1 or 2 injured, 1 or 2 sick, maybe to come back for the second leg at White Hart Lane. But it's been a demolition, not helped by Peter Crouch's sending off. Very silly. I think overall, an experienced international like Crouch, for me, didn't need to go and make those 2 challenges. Made it doubly difficult for his team.
Marcelo now plays the ball into the penalty area, and it fell towards Ozil, who was in on goal, and it's cleared away desperately by Dawson. Well, Tottenham's next 4 games are all at home, 3 in the Barclays Premier League, and against Real Madrid in the Champions League as well. Stoke on the 9th of April, Real Madrid next week midweek, Arsenal at home on the 20th, and the mighty West Bromwich Albion on the 23rd, as the ball's delivered into the arms of Aurelio Gomez. So 4 straight home games to come for Tottenham Hotspur, and some big games still on the horizon for Harry Redknapp's side. And if they can hold it to 2-0, then maybe they will believe that perhaps they can turn it around. But attempts on goal, folks. Real Madrid 22, Tottenham 4. For more in-play live odds and markets, visit sportingbet.com, the home of in-play betting. And worryingly for Spurs, with 22 minutes of this game to go, Stan, Gareth Bale has got cramp.
Yeah, I don't know, it's cramp, or maybe that hamstring just stretching it out to be sure. But Madrid on the attack again.
Ronaldo now into the penalty area, holds the ball up, twists and turns, tried to get the shot away. The snapshot though has been cleared, and Tottenham are able to bring it away, and Gareth Bale is in trouble. Gareth Bale is still down, one of Tottenham's best players.
Let's hope.
to the second leg, and obviously for Tottenham Hotspur's season in the Premier League. Let's not forget, if this game is out of sight, they've got fourth to chase for in the Premier League. Spurs without Gareth Bale, Spurs without Aaron Lennon have proven tonight they're just not the same. You've had Luka Modric just hasn't been able to offer anything going forward as an attack-minded midfielder. They took off Rafael van der Vaart, and as Jermaine Genius and Jermaine Defoe come over to Harry Redknapp and Kevin Bond, the skipper Michael Dawson as well comes over for a chat. There's not a lot Harry Redknapp can say to the players. Just keep going, keep the score down to 2. But just having a look replay of that one, he goes down and let's hope he's not seriously injured. Tries the little Cruyff turn on the left-hand side and slips. Foot and goes away from him. Be a massive blow, wouldn't it?
Yeah, the back of the knee seemed to be caught by the studs of the player, and Bale is only just getting to his feet now. And they're going to need him for the running, aren't they, Tottenham? They're going to need him for the second leg of this cup tie, Champions League tie. And he is one of their most talented players, no doubt about that. And that was a break in play with 20 minutes to go. Real Madrid 2, Tottenham Hotspur 0, and Adebayor gets the ball back to Gomez, and it looks as though Bale will return. But you have to wonder whether Bale will last the full 90 minutes, Stan, on the evidence of his lack of regular action.
I think if there's any doubt, get him off. I mean, you've got the likes of Bassong that can come on, and Tom Huddleston, not out on the left, but certainly to try and plug the gap. Wouldn't risk Bale at all at this stage. Bigger fish to fry in the whole of the season that remains.
Now here's Modric, but he again is tackled superbly by Alonso, and a powerful shot blocked away by Gomez. A real diving clearance from the keeper. It falls back into the path of Özil again. Here come Real Madrid with a shot. Oh dear, oh dear! Real Madrid have got a third goal, and that surely is game over. And it's Angel Di Maria with a left-footed pile driver from outside the penalty area. And it's all going horribly, horribly wrong for Tottenham Hotspur. It's Real Madrid 3, Spurs 0.
Well, he's played for the biggest club in Portugal. In Benfica, came to Real Madrid. Plays on the right, cuts into on the left. He picks it up right in the corner of the 18-yard box on the right-hand side, drops his shoulder, and an absolute corker into Aurelio Gomez's top right-hand corner. A top-quality strike, a top-quality player. Tie over, game over. For me, Spurs are out.
Oh dear, oh dear. That's his 9th goal of the season, right in the corner of the net. A superb finish, but I would ask Stan, he's got it between 2 defenders, too much room.
Tired legs, they've been penned back, Spurs, as a defensive unit. I think that Dawson actually has come out of the game with some credit with some of his blocks tonight. Whereas Angel Di Maria gets his 3rd Champions League goal in 8 games. The Real Madrid fans all around bouncing up and down, doing their version of the boing boing Nige. They know it's game over. Is it tie over? An absolute horror night for Spurs.
Yep, as Gomez has to come off his line once again. Don't forget you can call Collymore 08717 223344 through until 11 o'clock tonight. You can tweet at TS Collymore and get your views through to Stan from the moment that Aaron Lennon was taken ill 5 minutes before kick-off to be replaced by Jermaine Genius. Then shortly into the game, Emmanuel Adebayor 1-0. Then Peter Crouch sent off, 2 yellow cards, down to 10 men. Adebayor 2-0 early second half, and a wonder strike from Di Maria 3-0. And with 17 minutes to go, it's turning into a Bernabeu nightmare for Tottenham Hotspur, and Jermaine Defoe has just been yellow carded now for a foul on Carvalho.
Yeah, and they're just having a word. Jermaine Defoe with the former Chelsea central defender as he picks up that yellow. Just tries to apologise, said he made a genuine attempt to get the ball. I think Carvalho makes a meal of it right on the crescent of the D on the edge of the 18-yard box. Everything that could have gone wrong has gone wrong, and as the tormentor of Tottenham Hotspur Football Club, his 10th goal, no less, against Tottenham Hotspur, Emmanuel Adebayor, former Gooner. I'm sure that part of North London will forgive him tonight as he looks to the stars.
5 attempts, 3 on target, 2 goals. Not a bad night's work.
And Gonzalo Higuain is the man who comes on. He's only just returned to fitness as well. 5 goal attempts for Adebayor, 3 on target, 2 he has scored. Quite a night for the former Arsenal man who turned to the Spurs fans at one stage and pointed to the name on the back of his shirt. 5 goal attempts, 3 on target, 2 scored. For more in-play live odds and markets, visit sportingbet.com, the home of in-play betting. Real Madrid now with the ball on the right-hand touchline. They lead 3-0 on Talksport. You just feel for Spurs now and just wish that the full-time whistle could blow here and now.
Yeah, plenty of people on Twitter. TS Collymore right the way through till 11 o'clock. We'll be taking your calls. Not happy Spurs fans, basically pinning it on one man, Peter Crouch. Michael Pollard says Spurs getting torn apart. Only one person to blame, Crouch. What a gift.
I said on Twitter this morning, I don't know why, but I fancy Spurs to win on aggregate. And I think I might have to revise that prediction now as Alonso chips the ball into the penalty area and it goes wide of the left-hand post, and quarter of an hour to go. Real Madrid 3, Tottenham Hotspur 0. Smiles all on the faces of the Real Madrid substitutes and the management team, because they know that it's a job well done here tonight. The only thing that could dent it perhaps is if Spurs do nick a goal, and an away goal at that, they would still be clinging on. But if it stays 3-0, surely it's all over.
Well, it's going to have to be a miracle, Nige, because in a football match there's trends and patterns, and usually if Spurs, I mean, if we'd have been having this conversation 50 minutes ago when Spurs had a little bit of joy down the left with Gareth Bale, a good run down the right from Luka, you think, all right, we can see it. They've been out of their own half twice, meaningful attacks in this half, and they've just been completely penned in. I mean, the one negative really, I mean, there were 5 players, Carvalho, Pepe, Ramos, Ronaldo and Di Maria all on yellows. There's only Pepe that's going to miss the game. So, you know, they can have Benzema potentially back. I mean, it's a torn hamstring, they're doubtful. Gonzalo Higuain, Kaká is coming on. He's going to have another week's worth of fitness work. Just gets worse and worse for the Lily Whites.
It does, and Angel Di Maria, the scorer of the third goal, is coming off, and Kaká is the man who is coming on for Real Madrid. A standing ovation for Di Maria, and why not as well? And Kaká yet to figure in the UEFA Champions League this season for Real Madrid. The Brazilian who's scored 2 La Liga goals in 8 appearances. It's been a stuttering season for Kaká with injuries, and he's entered the field of play for his first Champions League appearance of the season. As Ronaldo now, powerful right-footed shot. It's cleared by Gomez, punched away, and only as far as the near side, and Kaká is going to allow the ball to run out of play, and it's a throw-in for Real Madrid. Short now for Ronaldo, puts it on his right foot, and well, he twists and gets the ball back on the left-hand side for the Brazilian Kaká once again. Square for Xabi Alonso. Outside the penalty area, Modric closes him down. And now the ball's square towards Ozil. Plenty of possession and plenty of time for Real Madrid. It's back once again for Ozil here. Whips the ball in towards the penalty area, and it's gone out wide. And Ronaldo has seen the ball run out of play, and with 12 and a half minutes to go, it's Real Madrid 3, Spurs 0.
It was an excellent strike by Cristiano Ronaldo, again cutting him from the left. 25 yards out, top of the boot. Really does skip across the turf, doesn't he, the former United hero. Vicious shot, swerving, dipping. Gomez stood on his feet and just palmed it away. But I suppose we'll look ahead now to the next game next week, and we think to ourselves, how can Spurs get into it? I think it just has to be an English one-off cup final, Nige. Throw everything but the kitchen sink at it, and again it goes from bad to worse. Bedroom Luka now going off.
Hobbling off, the boot has come off his right foot, and he's hobbling off with a blanket around his shoulder. It is a miserable night for Tottenham Hotspur in Madrid, and we can but wonder whether Luka will return. They're down to 10 men, and at the moment they're down to 9 men, it appears.
Well, I wondered how long Spurs fans would take to turn on the manager. I mean, let's be fair, if you've taken your main striker off, it makes it difficult. David Messi says Harry's run out of ideas and taking us off the league. A change is needed. He's not the man. for the long term. I completely disagree with that. Look where you were when he joined, look where you are now. You're in the Santiago Bernabeu.
Well, Harry Redknapp has said that because there are some people that have dared to criticise Harry, indeed on a tweet there, but Harry has made it quite simple. He knows that he's done a good job at Tottenham and he doesn't care what people say about him, which is fine.
He's done a fantastic job.
I can't believe anybody says he's not the man for the job. It's time to move on.
And I think that the questions were tactical, a lot of them, about Harry. No questions about his motivational abilities, but I think that in the Milan games, it's very difficult to criticise him personally tonight when you've got a striker that gets sent off, leaving you no outlet at all as the game goes on. I mean, just by that alone, Luka Modric has had to play his football 30 yards further back, Nige.
Chasing everything.
You know, Gareth Bale has had to make 2 or 3 runs from longer balls rather than picking the ball up on the halfway line. Very, very difficult to criticise Harry Redknapp tonight, but he's got to dust his men off, both in the league and in this return fixture.
Sebastian Bassong has come on for the injured veteran Chorluka. That'll be another concern now for Spurs as Kaka has the ball for Real Madrid now. Plays the ball out wide to the right hand side and a clever little ball switched in for Ramos. Oh, it's across the face of goal. Decent opportunity again for Real Madrid. That could have been 4, but as it stands it's Real Madrid 3, Spurs 0.
It's a chance to enjoy themselves and indulge themselves now. Sergio Ramos just gallops forward. He knows there's no real defensive cover over on that left hand side and he just trots into the right hand side of the 18-yard box, picks up a little 1-2. You can see what he's trying to do. He's trying to arrow it top of the foot across Gomez, pretty much similar to Di Maria, but with Di Maria's goal, but with his right foot high and wide.
You're listening to Real Madrid 3, Spurs 0 on Talksport with Ford, official sponsors of the UEFA Champions League. Stan Collymore and Nigel Pearson talking you through the action. Mark Saggers back in London. All the post-match reaction to the action with Mark and Stan. Call Collymore through until 11. 08717 223344. Stan will be checking your tweets as well at TS Collymore on Twitter. And the ball's back now with Iker Casillas, who has had very little to do tonight, to be fair. Spurs haven't been able to create anything on goal, and it really has been a night to forget for Tottenham Hotspur, who are 3-0 down here in the Bernabeu.
Well, if you're looking at man of the match from a Spurs perspective, I think that Michael Dawson has stuck to task as best as he possibly can with all the madness and movement in and around him. Sandro has tried his best as a defensive midfielder, but like I say, he's up against 4 top quality attacking midfielders. For me, the main man has been Marcelo down the left, architect of Adebayor's second goal, a constant threat down the left from left full back. Wonderful, wonderful performance.
Nice ball from Xabi Alonso out wide to the right hand side and played across by the man on the right, and Gallas is able to whip the ball away. This time Carvalho chests it down nicely. Lovely control from the Portuguese defender. He played it short from the chest from Özil out wide to the right hand side again, and Real Madrid coming forward with Cristiano Ronaldo on the left foot, puts it towards the penalty area. Shot, twist and turn from the penalty spot was from Gonzalo Higuain into the path of Aurelio Gomez. And again, Michael Dawson helping out at the back there. I agree with you. I think Michael Dawson has stuck to his task, and in very difficult circumstances could have been worse for Spurs, but for Michael Dawson making challenges and blocks at key moments.
But it bodes well for his England career as well, to come to places like this where he'll be expected to play for England, I've no doubt, in friendlies and competitions in years to come. That even though Spurs have had a bit of a drubbing tonight and most of the ball has been in his area, he's stayed focused, he's stayed switched on and put in some important blocks.
Real Madrid coming forward again now. Alonso plays the ball out wide to Ronaldo, who's got towards the penalty area. He's going to take on Bassong, and Bassong has won that challenge. And now Spurs are able to come away again, but they're giving it away frustratingly. Coming forward now is Özil again for Real Madrid. Plays it short here towards Lassana Diarra. Now Ronaldo on the overlap. What will Ronaldo do? He'll put it on his right foot, and it's a weak shot across the face of goal, wide of the right-hand post. There was a moment about 5 minutes ago, Stan, when Ronaldo was gesturing to the bench that perhaps it might be time for him to come off, but he's still out there and still attacking.
Yeah, and he pops up on the right-hand side this time, trying for the shot across Aurelio Gomez's right hand. Tired effort from Cristiano Ronaldo. And that good goal-scoring record that we mentioned, 6 in 14 against Spurs. No chance of that, looking for their 16th clean sheet this season. Only lost the one game, of course, in La Liga against Sporting Gijón last weekend, breaking that 150-game record of Jose Mourinho. Fantastic platform to fight back and fight back with quality they have tonight.
They have. They've played superbly. They have been the better side, as the scoreline suggests. Right from the moment Adebayor notched the opening goal early on. And they're just dinking the ball about like it's a training session right now, with Kaká holding the ball back towards the halfway line, and Pepe now plays it through for Ronaldo. He threatened to put on his right peg and unleash a shot, but he didn't, and now the ball's whipped across the face of goal, and it's out of play for a Tottenham Hotspur goal kick. 84 minutes on the clock. Real Madrid 3, Tottenham Hotspur 0 on Talksport.
I wonder how much this is going to demoralise Spurs in games to come.
This is where Harry Redknapp has to
scored
do
now,
job.
this would be a fourth consecutive game.
Yep, that's right.
3 home games to come, Nigel. I'm sure you can reel those off.
Real Madrid tonight away, and then the 4 home games: Stoke on Saturday, Real Madrid next week, Arsenal and West Bromwich Albion.
So they need to get themselves, back to Spurs Lodge. Harry needs to pull out all of his magical motivation, like Clive Allen, Tim Sherwood, Les Ferdinand, Joe Jordan and Kevin Bond, to be able to pick the players up, because the feeling will be tonight is we're out of the players will automatically think we're out of the competition. They will think that, even though they'll be more than up for the next game against Real Madrid. How is that going to impact their league form? Resurgent Manchester City absolutely flying last weekend. If you're in the blue half of Manchester at the moment, you're thinking you've got a potential FA Cup final to look forward to, and nailed on spot for 4th.
And what's worrying as well, the last time they won against Spurs now, you have to go back to the 15th of February, and it was that game, that memorable night against AC Milan, when they won 1-0. Since then they've lost at Blackpool, drawn at Wolves, drawn at home to AC Milan, 0-0 against West Ham and Wigan. It's a worrying time of the season as far as Tottenham are concerned, and as Stan just mentioned, haven't scored now in 4 matches. This would be the 4th if it stays like this. Real Madrid 3, Tottenham Hotspur 0. Don't forget, react to the action through until 11 on Talksport tonight with call Collymore 08717 223344, and you can tweet at TS Collymore as Real Madrid come forward again now. Ball played towards the penalty area, and Mesut Ozil holds the ball up, and now the ball square once again, this time for Lassana Diarra. Plays the ball into the penalty area, and Kaká, left foot, chips the ball away to the far side! It's a 4th goal for Real Madrid, and Cristiano Ronaldo has scored his 78th goal in 71 games for Real Madrid. It crept under the despairing dive of Gomez. Ronaldo, once the hero of Old Trafford, is the hero of the Bernabeu. It's Real Madrid 4, Tottenham Hotspur 0.
Well, it's wonderfully executed technique from Ronaldo. He waves up to the crowd. Good ball from Kaká, left-hand side of the 18-yard box, just stands it up, and it's that one, lets it come right across his body at the far side, top of the foot volley, beats Aurelio Gomez at the near post for me a little bit too easily. It's a rout in the Bernabeu, 4-0 to Real Madrid. They will go through to the Champions League semi-finals.
Surely no way back from this for Tottenham Hotspur, and I think that's poor goalkeeping. Disappointing by Gomez.
Post.
Yeah, and he didn't even see it late, really, did he?
Timmy chocolate wrists.
Yeah, he didn't see it late.
Well, it is. I mean, goalkeepers need to have strong arms and strong palms and strong wrists, don't they? He goes down at his near post. It was a well-struck shot, but not vicious, was it? In terms of the pace, he goes down, almost palms it into the net. Not strong enough wrists.
Well, into the last 2 minutes of this game, Real Madrid 4, Tottenham Hotspur 0, live on Talksport. Don't forget, you can react to the action. What are your thoughts on Peter Crouch getting sent off after 2 yellow cards? As another shot comes in from Kaká, well held by Gomez. I know one tweet tonight that has been sent to Stan saying Peter Crouch should pay for all Spurs travel expenses, Spurs fans travel expenses. He's let the side down, 2 yellow cards. But remember, it all went wrong 5 minutes before kick-off when Aaron Lennon was taken ill. Then Adebayor scored an early goal with the header, and then we saw Peter Crouch red-carded for 2 yellows. Still 1-0 at that stage. and it's all gone horribly wrong from there as Adebayor scored 10 minutes into the second half to make it 2. And then we saw Angel Di Maria make it 3 with a wonder strike, and Cristiano Ronaldo making it 4. It's been an awful, awful night. And Gareth Bale with an injury concern. Peter Crouch red carded. One of those nights for Tottenham Hotspur in the Champions League stand.
Well, I just wonder, like I say, the demoralising effect this is going to have on Tottenham as a football club. It's been a wonderful season for them. You know, getting this far in the Champions League and 4th to aim for. But with no Champions League footballing prospects, no semi-final, and such a demoralising defeat and key injuries as well, let's not forget, Nige. You know, it's going to be you'd hate to think that a team that has offered so much this season in good attacking football could end up the season perhaps 5th and a footnote to the trophy winners.
Has to be said though, Harry Redknapp made a relevant point in the press conference in the build-up to this game. No pressure on Spurs. Nobody expected them to get this far. If you'd have offered Spurs fans a quarter-final place in the Champions League, they'd have taken it as Özil whips the ball in to Pepe, who puts the ball over the bar with a first-time shot. So Harry did make the point. Nobody expected Spurs to get this far in the Champions League.
It would have been interesting to see if Crouch would have stayed on. I still think they'd have lost the game, but I think it could have been a 2-0 because you'd have had players playing in the right positions, and he could have had a look at things tactically at half-time. You'd have always had the outlet of Crouch running into the channels to hold the ball up. But we want your thoughts, please. If you give us a call now on 08717 22 3 4. If you've watched the game tonight, we will call you back. We're on till 11 o'clock. Marcello, I've got excellent. Adebayor, what we already know, a top-quality striker, giving a pat on the back. 10 goals versus Spurs. No goal in 4 games, Spurs fans. Is that a bit of a worry? Crouch sent off, Lennon sick, Bale's hamstring, Chorluka struggling, Kaká back, Ronaldo on 7 goals. Plenty to talk about on a massive night of football in the Champions League and domestically on Talksport.
And no doubt you can cast the eye forward to tomorrow as well. Chelsea against Manchester United stand, which we'll be at with Mark Saggers at Stamford Bridge tomorrow night.
Well, if it's half as eventful as this one tonight, we're in for an absolute corker. Bring it on. The Battle of England on Talksport live from the bridge.
08717 22 3 4, or you can tweet at TS Collymore as Ronaldo puts a left-footed shot in. 13 attempts, 3 on target, 1 goal for Cristiano Ronaldo tonight. For more in-play live odds and markets, visit sportingbet.com, the home of in-play betting. Inter 2, Schalke 5. Quite a scoreline from the other quarter-final. And it is an astonishing scoreline there. 2 big wins tonight in the Champions League quarter-finals. Edu has scored twice for Schalke. 5-2 they lead in Italy. In the closing stages of this game in the Bernabeu, Real Madrid with the ball played into the penalty area from Higuain into the arms of Gomez now. Gareth Bale on the left-hand side. He's lasted the course of the game, but he has been in some discomfort, and he's won a free kick on the left-hand side. Tottenham's heads bowed. It's been a miserable night. But just remember, Harry is quite right when he says nobody expected Tottenham to get this far. The progress that has been made under that man has been superb.
I think he would have done tonight, though. I think he would have expected a battle tonight. He would have known the quality that Real Madrid have got. But I bet in his heart of hearts he genuinely was thinking that they could get a goal and come away with something. But as it turns out, Nige, not a jot. A bad night for Spurs.
Harry Redknapp and Jose Mourinho embrace each other. Harry congratulates Mourinho, knows he's been beaten by the better side tonight. Felix Bryce brings the game to an end here in the Bernabeu. The all went horribly wrong for Spurs from the moment that Aaron Lennon was ruled out of the game 5 minutes before kick-off with illness. He had to be replaced by Jermaine Genius. Then Adebayor with an early strike for Real Madrid, the former Arsenal man, giving them the lead at 1-0. Then we saw Peter Crouch sent off for 2 yellow cards. Adebayor struck again early in the second half to make it 2-0. Angel Di Maria with a wonder strike to make it 3. And who else but that man, Cristiano Ronaldo, to finish it all off in the last 10 minutes of the game with a goal which Gomez will feel he should have done better with. It's a miserable night for Spurs. You get the feeling it's all over in this quarter-final tie before they even get to White Hart Lane. The full-time score again in the Estadio Santiago Bernabeu. Real Madrid 4, Tottenham Hotspur 0.
Michael Pearson, Stan Collymore with the commentary tonight. A desperate night for Spurs and their supporters. 08717 22 3 4. We're with you right the way through till 11 o'clock. Peter Crouch, hang your head in shame. You just can't get away with what he tried to get away with tonight. You can't start making tackles like that, challenges like that early on in the game. Mentally, he has got to be better than that. He's got to be bigger than that. He's supposedly a top international footballer. And okay, it's naivety for everyone's saying about Spurs getting this far. When Spurs got this far tonight, I don't care what anybody says, Harry Redknapp and his coaching staff will have expected from their side to give this side a real good running tonight. Of course, there's quality throughout the Real Madrid side, but when you lose somebody through illness in the tunnel, and then you give away a silly goal early on and a free header, and follow that up with your outlet man getting himself sent off after a quarter of an hour, you've got absolutely no chance. And he got himself sent off, Stan. There's no doubt about that. Two ridiculously reckless challenges.
Well, what you want is your strikers to charge down and to be able to run and really try and force Real Madrid to play the ball out of the back quickly. But the two challenges, he overstretched, didn't need to go for them. If he'd have won them, there was nobody in a blue shirt to be able to support him in any way. And he's a seasoned international, not just, he's played in the Champions League before, he's played at the top level before, so he should have kept his head a little bit better. But having said that...
No, I just want to pick up on that as well when you say that. And I know that people will just say I'm having another go. It is symptomatic, I'm afraid, of some of our top English internationals. It's all part of living in the real world.
No, I disagree with you tonight, Sags. It was just silly play. It was just silly play.
Yeah, but that's not living in the real world.
No, it wasn't cockiness.
It's not cockiness.
No, he would tell you tonight.
Peter Crouch. I
know, but Peter Crouch would tell you.
He
would tell you that he made two genuine attempts to get the ball.
No way. Well, after having made the first, to go down in the way he did for the second, knowing that the referee had already booked him. Now, I just can't believe that isn't as important mentally in that first 20 minutes for him to get those challenges right. Absolutely ridiculous.
I'm in agreement with you.
You'd never.
Do you know the biggest thing out of this now, Sags?
Yeah.
We talk about mentality, and we really do want people to get involved on this, that have watched the game, is how Spurs react, because the players will get on the coach.
You made a great point about the rest of their season.
They will be flat as pancakes. They will know that they're out. They will be going back to Spurs Lodge for a massage, for a warm down, for a debrief, maybe watch the DVD. And how do they respond now with 4 home games to come? Because the remainder of their season, of what has been a fantastic season, is simply on the line.
I'll tell you what I
do they have the mental strength? And Harry's going to have to use, he's got a massive staff. Joe Jordan, Kevin Bond, Les Ferdinand, Tim Sherwood, Clive Allen. They are going to have to be in and around the dressing room really trying to lift some big players, because if they don't, Manchester City are going to walk away with 4.
I'll tell you one other thing here. I'm not going to buy this tonight, but fans, please come on and have your say against us. 08717223344. We didn't see what Stan could have done in the Harry and his team, Stan, could have done in the Bernabeu tonight because of that sending off.
I agree.
It changed the complete.
But what we don't want to do is make this Peter Crouch's David Beckham in St Etienne moment, because the guys run around. It's silly, but I genuinely believe if you speak to him over the next few days, and I'm sure he'll come out and apologise to Spurs fans and what have you, that he felt that he was trying to make genuine attempts to the ball. It wasn't one of those whereby he's a hothead and he's lost his head.
Oh, I'm not saying
Real Madrid just kept the ball better. In that first 20-25 minutes, they popped the ball around beautifully, with tempo, with pace. Ozil, Khedira, Di Maria, Adebayor, Cristiano Ronaldo were imperious, and any team would have struggled to deal with that first 20 minutes.
He's not a hothead, but surely he's told, and you must have been told, everyone's told, stay on your feet in Europe.
Stay on your feet is trending worldwide, and people know why. They're tuned in their millions to our commentary today for simple. Apparently, Ray Wilkins, bless him, he comes on the station say stay on your feet quite a lot. That's why I hate television, doing television broadcasts in terms of commentaries. Radio is much better because you can keep talking, you can keep making your point, but that's for another day. But in terms of what Spurs do now, I mean, the other thing, Sags, coming out of it, Shaw Luca went off with a blanket round his shoulders. Is Gareth Bale's hamstring going to stand up for the remainder of the season? I mean, there are so many questions that come out of this now, and we want their thought, we want people's thoughts.
Exactly. Well, I mean, Jed is a Geordie. He said all the Spurs fans should just think where they were 18 months ago. Harry has done a great job. I agree with that completely, Jed. I mean, Spurs, eventually, when they get over the upset, can put this into context. They've had a brilliant run. They have to have learnt from this. I do really think
somebody's after you already. Michael Payton on Twitter. TS Collymore, feel free to add me and make a valid footballing point. Crouch's 2 reckless tackles were going for the ball. That was it. They were reckless. Don't think he lost his head, Sags.
I'm not saying he lost his head, but mentally he wasn't sharp enough. 2 reckless challenges deep in Real Madrid's own half.
Tommy says
to you,
Tommy here says, you can't blame Crouch for Spurs letting 4 goals in. Why does Harry escape the criticism, Saggers? Well, they're out for you. They're out for me. Bring it on.
08717 223344. We'll take your calls right the way through till 11 o'clock tonight. Don't forget, Stan likes the odd Twitter too at KO. Get involved right now. Coming up to 9:45. I'll have all the results for you next.